They can't hear you because I haven't grabbed my headphones. That's on me.
Okay. So they can't hear us still?
They're about to hear you. I just have to change where it is.
About to hear us. Okay.
Yeah. I've solved it. They can hear you now. You guys can talk. But you should be able to talk. Oh, no. It clicked the wrong one. This is why I hate computers. Now I clicked the right one. They can hear you. I can't hear you. I have to get my headphones.
Hello and welcome. That took longer than usual there, Conlon. Normally you're on your game. Hey, I'll let it slide today. But hello, welcome everybody to Nat Disaster. We're back again for session 41 of the Misfit Warrior campaign. We're getting close to the heist. We're about to have, guys, we're about to have two campaigns that both got to 50 sessions. Well, 50 plus. It's wild that we've actually, if we put together everything we did, Humblewood, Heist, and Misfits, I'm pretty sure we've done over 100 sessions of D&D.
Probably at this point, yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Did everyone in this group have an issue not meeting the writing requirement in a school form essay, but being under the limit? Because I feel like this is the D&D interpretation of, hey, we don't know how to do it small, we gotta do it big.
Yep.
I've been on both sides of that spectrum really, really hard.
Okay, that's fair. I could never limit it, and they would say, just take out the stuff that's not important, and I was always like, it's all important.
That's why
based on how you taught me to write, it's all important.
You have an 800-word limit, 798.
Teacher's like, I don't want to read this.
I'll be honest, I have a writing disability, so I just
thesis?
didn't do writing.
I don't think
I ended up
your thesis.
I ended up with a 50-page thesis with
hell yeah,
home done research and tons and tons of cited sources and shit. And what happened is I lost the first copy of it and hadn't backed it up onto Google Drive because I was having a manic episode. Had to buy a new laptop, started over, got the old laptop, and then combined the two papers.
You should have just passed both the papers and said, whichever one's better.
Check them out. Tell me what you think.
I couldn't decide. But
sorry, I derailed us.
No worries. You just showed that you're meant to be here because, guys, how many times have every single one of us derailed the session?
Yeah, every time. It's every time.
Callum, I think you have the crown.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna have to prove my point again in a minute.
Well, thank you everybody for joining, including Clajern Conduct, who commented in the chat. Thank you. We have somebody commenting in the chat. Woo! Well, my name is Brian Creevy. I am the DM and the Disaster Master, bringing you along for this disastrous journey. And just going around the room, let's start over with, I don't know where. Oh, wait, actually, I can see it now because I'm pulling up the stream here. The man in the middle there, the one with all of the issues, about to eat something and shove it in his mouth.
I don't usually go first. That was
I cut you off guard.
Hello, I'm Andrew. I play Oliver Evangrove, the portal wizard with daddy issues and mommy issues and all of the other issues. Yeah, let's see if he ends up solving any of those issues. Probably not, but
definitely not today.
What happens?
Well, you solved one issue by turning into a giant ape before. Not one of your big issues, but a minor issue.
That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm. And then we have, oh God, where's my finger? Hold on, it's pointing over there. It goes over all the way, I think. Oh wait, I'm in the corner now. I'm not in the center. God, it's hard to actually.
Here, I'll turn on my camera. This will make your life easier. Look, see now Brian's in the camera. He's not confused.
There you go. Now I'm in the center. Now I can tell where everybody is.
He needs to be the center of attention, or else he breaks.
Thank you. Down in the corner over there, we got the true hunter of nature and the group's note taker.
Hello, I'm Vicky. I'm playing Nock. They are a hunter, ranger, druid, have a giant owl, having a bit of a crisis, but having a good time through it.
those are the moments, that really, define us, get the most, fun and adventurous things going on. Crisis, we all struggle under pressure, so,
Yeah. They're just compartmentalizing right now.
and solving everybody else's issues so you don't have to deal with your own.
Hell, yes.
That's how Knock has been since the beginning.
Healthy.
Mhm. All right. Well, hey, going over in that direction, I believe he is currently spacing out. We have the tech paladin of Nat Disaster.
I am in agonizing pain. I'm going to do my best. It'd be real cool if we lived in a country that I could just, go to the doctor and they go, oh man, your back hurts? That stinks. Let's get you an MRI. Instead, this is going to take months.
That would be so cool.
Hi, I play Bracket.
Anyway.
I'm going to try and have a good day today. I can't promise. I will be hugging this and other ice packs over the course of this endeavor. Hopefully we figure out a negotiation with... I had her name down last session, and now it's already
You don't know her name in
Oh, you're
game,
right!
so...
I said it, though, because we kept saying it.
Mhm.
Because I was like, I need to figure this out. I'm bad at words. So hopefully we figure out what we're going to do with all the rest, finding the rest of the Starfall and Stardust. I hope we do. Knock, you're in charge.
Knock's the leader,
Yikes.
I think we're co-leaders, actually.
Oh yeah, you made a co-president joke several sessions back.
Yeah, no, we are co-leaders, but I'm having a rough day of it, so I'm sorry, Vicky, that I'm totally,
That's okay. That's okay. This is exactly how Knock would respond and would be like, you know what? Okay, I'll take the lead because you're in pain. Not for any other reason. Not
Wait,
to
let me
lift
see what Bracket's health is. I'll
myself up,
determine. Oh, Bracket is low health.
But-
See, I'm Bracket.
But to help you. I will. I'm
Bracket,
actually
you're-
probably the lowest health in the party right now.
Probably.
Probably.
I got 20
Bracket,
hit
your
points.
wings just
That's okay.
disappeared from 60 feet up and you just fell. that would put you in accurate pain level right there. Just
I was being beaten to death by skeletons.
True.
I'm not
You
doing
were.
great either.
Yeah.
What's low?
Yeah.
You're about half.
Yeah, I'm also at about half.
Mhm.
I am below
Solid.
that.
But hey, your friend can steal health and give it back to you. So,
True.
if things don't go well with the Misfits, just steal a bunch of their health.
And
There's
Brunetto
not a
the
lot
cute
to
little
steal.
bastard.
Pick someone else.
Good segue over to here. We have the newest person joining in on the disastrous journey right here.
Hi, I'm Sam, and I am temporarily guest starring as Illyria. And you don't even know her name yet, but she's the mysterious specter that's been getting into a confrontation / teaming up reluctantly with the Misfit Warriors. So we'll see what happens.
Hell yeah.
The Alliance is on very thin ice right now.
I don't
That's
think it's an
fair.
alliance. I think this is a situationship.
It's a truce.
It's a situationship. I love it. And last but never the least, we have Chaos blowing in on the breeze. The majestic beard himself, with so many titles I've developed over the years.
Themselves.
We have themselves. We have
Oh.
Cal.
Sup. I'm really hoping to be able to keep everyone alive and not piss off this super cool pirate queen lady.
She's a pirate queen. I think you've made this choice
I mean,
that she's a pirate queen, and that you're just like, I'm rolling with it, which is okay, because that's exactly what your character would do.
He has no idea. Yona Kelsey has no idea who this person is, but just saw a mysterious ghost lady on what seems to be a mysterious ghost ship and be like, ooh, a pirate ghost! I already have one of those!
Can I ask an off-topic question for a second?
Sure.
What is the language, is Boom written in Common or is it written in English?
Common.
Okay.
Nice.
I love how
Common
in this
is
game
the
I have
English
to
of this world.
Common is the English of this world, but English does somehow exist in this world.
English exists because it's on a different plane. Because our plane, the one we're on, the people here, is a different plane than the Tychorus plane. And they can transfer between each other, but it causes some weird shit.
Much like Bracket has once transferred between the planes.
Exactly. It's why I learned and speak English.
And has a very strong suspicion that you worked at a dispensary for a while.
100% he worked at a dispensary. We know Bracket smoked weed.
I love your headcanon for Bracket's time away.
He needed to make money. I imagine he was a surfer for a bit. He's like, this doesn't pay well.
You were freaking Jack Kerouac before you were the savior of the realm.
Yeah. I just kind of wandered around
the
California,
owl
kind of
shirt,
on
by the way,
drugs and
Brian.
just having a good old time. Panicked that all my family died.
Does the boom arrow do anything other than the additional 1d10?
Oh, there's
No.
3 charges. Per
Not
day.
in its current state, but yes, there is 3 charges.
Current state.
Well, yeah,
Does
artificers
the-
exist.
Command word work per charge?
Yes, you have to say it each time it's a bonus action, which kind of activates the charge and then releases the energy with the arrow.
Okay, and then my other question is there an attributed like distance that the sound can be heard around? You know how all the other lightning and thunder spells do that?
In fact, 300 feet, I'd say, normally like the normal thunder stuff.
Fair.
But
Gotta keep that in mind.
we have everybody introduced. We have our items now created now that I have passed the torch of item manager over to Callum because I need to pass other responsibilities on. I can't do it all.
I don't do any of the like social media stuff, so I'm happy to do like the home brewing
I'm
side of
We
so
all
glad
have
you
our
know
specialties.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
This is why it's a team.
it. I'm happy to pick up the slack. Like I'm happy to.
But
I just simply will not be doing any of the social media stuff because I don't do social media. Like
It's toxic.
You know what I mean?
It's why our society's
Very
collapsing.
It's depressing, and I hate having to use it regularly for business.
that's why we play D&D.
yes.
My only announcement is I am officially 30, and thank you to Sam for this 30 years
Years
later.
later. I love
That's
it.
so good.
I love it.
That's
I
so
love it.
good.
I
That
love
was
it.
a last minute add on, and it had to happen.
Mhm. Perfect.
You were walking
Perfect.
through Target, weren't you?
I don't think you can look at that.
You can
Oh,
do Andrew's camera.
Oh,
I have
we
faith
lost
in you.
him. We lost him.
No,
I'm
it's
back.
just Andrew's
I'm-
camera. It's
Also,
having an issue
Brian
today.
and Sam, your mic is a little bit like fuzzy. I don't know if you guys are just peaking it or something.
Is
Well,
that
look at your
Andrew?
levels.
There we go.
Yes. 1 second. Technical difficulties. We
Yeah,
have
look at
them
your
every-
levels. Don't move the mic. That's not the problem. You need to look at your levels to see if you're peeking out the levels.
I have to open NVIDIA broadcast for that. God.
No, you need to open Discord for that. So
I have
you're
to
gonna
open Discord for that. God.
go to settings, go to video and voice, and there should be a thing that shows you how far up the bar it goes.
I have to do the mic test check thing,
Why is
right?
it so bright all of a sudden? Oh god.
It's
Yeah, you're-
because you have the white light of the screen reflecting back
Does he
on
not
you.
have Discord in dark mode?
Literally everything I own is in dark mode.
It doesn't show me peeking it. It gets like 3/4 of the way up.
Okay, then it's just clipping. It's whatever.
All right.
We did
Well-
all we can.
I have NVIDIA broadcast
Do you
on.
think it's
NVIDIA,
AC?
NVIDIA broadcast says microphone output is in the red zone, though.
Do you think it's the AC?
AC's not helping it because it has to clip back
Can
the
you
AC a
hear
little
the
bit.
AC?
I can't hear it because NVIDIA Broadcast is doing its
No.
job, but because there is noise in the background, it's going to cause some amount of like granularness. It's got a little bit
Gotcha.
of a grit into there. It's
Well-
fine.
Just let
That's
me know if it
probably
gets to a point where we need to fix it.
It's not that bad. It's just every once in a while there's a word that's like, ooh, that's a little crunchy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you to possibly just me and Conlon watching the stream for our
No,
patience.
Casey's watching the stream. Don't worry. The computer next to
I
me
also
is.
sometimes make the mistake of not turning up the volume on my headphones because I forget that it's somehow separate from my computer.
All
And
right.
so this whole time I had you 200% so that I could hear you guys.
Well, I've had to
And
do that
I'm
on
like,
Discord
oh,
too.
right.
when sometimes
Yeah.
Discord's like the mic input won't work on someone's computer. One day Andrew was like
Right.
dead silent for no reason.
Yeah.
He
love
changed
it.
no
I love it.
It just
settings,
happens.
and I had to just crank him up. And then next session, I was like, "Oh shit, he's loud."
Last session, I had to crank all you guys up because we could barely hear you over the sound of our air conditioning, which I normally didn't have to do because I was wearing my Turtle Beaches, but now I deal with it.
Yeah.
Also, Malibu, sponsor us.
I think we'd have to make an actual disclosure. I wonder if liquor sponsorships go against Twitch T&C.
Jizz,
Yeah,
sponsor us.
that's a good question.
Hey, I would love to get sponsored by Witches. Witches, sponsor us.
Just follow me.
Concepts. We can't get in trouble for that.
Also, cast a spell on us to, make us more popular.
I'll go ask the Hex girls to cast a spell on me.
Does it count if I already have? Like,
Hey.
Yeah,
I am.
everyone counts. Maybe you were the one who knocked that 69 followers up to 70.
Oh,
Yeah, Casey said, "Oh, you're at 70. Look,
Nice.
it's okay. Our YouTube is currently broken." Brian, do the recap.
Let's let
Or
tonight
we're never gonna get through this.
unfold.
We all haven't seen each other in 2 weeks, so we have too much to talk about.
Those summer struggles, man. But previously on that disaster, the Misfit Warriors on their way into the grasslands of Glandria on a mission to collect stardust that seems to be from a starfall that seems to be happening on this night, so they can alleviate the storm in some capacity around Xysta City, the one that Yamakausi had directly caused. You guys traveled through the land, avoiding the Gandits and including almost getting into an interaction from them, but avoiding it after doing some reconnaissance. Nock ended up getting an aerial view of the area and leading our adventurers up the hill, into a valley, the Valley of First Existence, shrouded in mist. And amongst that mist, a ghost ship was found in the middle, surrounded by many undead. This undead on the ship, looking up into the sky at the stars coming down. And as this mysterious figure and our heroes noticed each other, the stars began to fall. As the Misfit Warriors made the first move towards collecting the stardust,
They fall into alignment. I'm sorry, that was too loud.
This undead woman sent the undead their way, thus starting a combat between the two as the stars began to fall all around the area. After initial interactions with barrels being thrown at one, thorn whips being shot at each other, skeletons clashing with Bracket and Yamakausi, wet hands separating, Nock and Vane flying off to different areas to get the stardust, the battle came to a moment where Oliver, in a giant ape form, was fighting a zombie ogre with Yamakausi's support. Bracket was being surrounded by zombies. And Nock and Vane got caught in a watery sphere cast by this undead woman who seemed to be following Nock as Nock flew around the battlefields trying to collect the stardust that she seems to have put claim on. In that watery sphere, having a moment's interaction between both Nock and this woman telepathically through the message cantrip, they came to some sort of temporary agreement as they noticed from one of the bigger starfalls that initially fell, a purple flame started to engulf the remains of the minotaur skeleton that had collapsed, separating the skull from the body as both rose up surrounding this purplish energy, and a new presence took over the battlefield, taking control over some of the undead that were in the area, wrenching control from this woman. Realizing the bigger threat, she ended up flying off towards the danger, taking some of her undead with her. Nock setting up with this undead bat bird skeleton ichor goo thing that seems to be following around this woman as well. As the skull and the body of the Minotaur separated, it's starting to throw different attacks with a great flame blade and a great axe with one hand, and some sort of magical abilities from the flame and inhabiting the skull as it floated up. A bracket withering down the skeletons and getting attacked by skeletal horses repeatedly that had been taken from this woman's control. Yamakasi and Oliver beat down the zombie ogre and a specter together while turning to immediately face this Minotaur dual-wielding giant weapons. Bracket ended up chasing off in the direction of the skull as it was flying, meeting way with this woman creature at one point, actually saving her from one of her minions who got turned and started to turn on you and attack you, saying, "Are we good?" And before she ended up flying off towards the skull, creating a whirlpool in the air surrounding this creature and then teleporting up to above it to use a primal savagery and attacking it. You guys started beating down on both the Minotaur body and the skull, dealing heavy damage quite quickly. This skull also speaking out in Primordial about something about being in servitude of the Moon Crusher, but not much information being able to get out of it as it started to get beaten too badly. The body fell and the skull started trying to flee. But as Bracket raced towards it flying away, Nock firing off one and then two shots at it, it asked, "Who are you?" Nock uttering the title of the last session, the fucking Misfit Warriors. Bracket and Nock had a combo finishing move of Bracket throwing one of his long swords. I don't know if it's his main one. I think it was his main one throwing at him with the head on hand.
No one I have. I can just wait. You can't see me right now. I can just. I have I don't have as many as I used to. I have as many as I used to, but there was a point in time where I could throw about 20 swords and I'd still have some swords.
Or throwing one sword and having a divine burst go off in its mouth as the arrow pierces the back of the skull. The skull exploded, the body of the Minotaur falling from Yamakasi's strikes. And the battlefield seeming to calm after. Noticing now that several of this woman's undead creatures had collected the stardust all around the battlefield and separating into the actual ship itself. She ended up, as you guys started to try to interact to see if if there could be any negotiations, this creature just flew off into the ship, leaving the four of you out alone, surrounded by the undead bodies. And one other final thing I forgot was Wet Hands was sent after one of the ghost creatures with the stardust and has also entered the ship. And that...
Thank you for clarifying that. I was just about to ask where he was at.
Yes. And that is where we ended last...
Ryan missed one thing. As soon as Nock said, "We're the Misfit Warriors," a rock beat engaged. No one heard it. Those were just subtitles. Oh, Brian's dead.
I also saw another starfall falling from the sky, so that's...
You're good now, Brian.
I'm good, okay. No, I think Roll20 just broke my computer because I just clicked on the tab. And then, Andrew, do you remember a couple sessions ago you said the whole screen was green for you?
Yeah.
That happened for me, and then that's immediately when everything froze. So I think Roll20 just killed me.
I think Roll20, because it's designed to be an everything software, grabs a bunch of resources when it first loads and goes, "I'm gonna grab everything," and you're like, please don't.
Yeah. It's like, don't you just want to only be on roll 20? And we're like,
me. Sorry, I don't have my camera on. Me, who's running OBS and Twitch and everything else in the background, like, no, please don't do that.
Yeah. Surely you aren't running anything other than this software.
Yeah, you can't be. You can't be.
You
I'm gonna
need.
use every core of your fucking processor. I'm gonna use every...
But Misfit Warriors, you all gathered together close to where you guys entered the battlefield, near that initial rock structure. What do you do?
so I just saw that the stars are starting to fall again.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. And Nock looks up in the sky, and more stars are beginning to fall
Do you
on the
point this out
battlefield.
to us?
Not noticed it. I don't think you got a
asking
chance
Nock.
to say it yet. Just happened at the end.
So my immediate reaction is actually going to be notifying Illyria. I don't know her name, but the ghost lady. I'm just gonna shoot a message, kind of like peering into the boat, and just say, there are more coming. More stars.
Okay, pause there. Illyria, you flew into the boat, going to where you saw all of your other your servants, your other undead minions in there. And as you go into the ship, you can see the back ends that does have a hole in the back of it where the water pours in just to the bottom level right there. And you can see a specter that seems to be having it in some rags that it's holding with its form. You can see a skeleton who seems to be holding it in one area, and then also a zombie that has all come up in the center of the ship waiting for you. Ember Nettle even comes down as well with a little bit as well. And as you go in there, you see this one ghost pirate that kind of follows in after one of your skeletons, be like, "Oh, hello."
Okay. So he seems confused to see her?
Yes. It doesn't seem to be like one of the ones that's been with you.
Interesting.
And you've come to know the undead that are in this area.
Okay. So does the pirate look like it's the captain of the ship that I'm inhabiting?
No. He looks lost and honestly out of this time. It's wearing clothes that seem very kind of primitive to what you know. And as you're observing them and he kind of just paused, not sure what to do, looking at the enemies, you hear the halfling's voice in your head. There's more coming. And you get a chance to respond if you want.
Okay. So that was a lot of info. So she can respond to Nock.
Yes.
Yeah.
In your head, 6 seconds worth of dialogue.
Okay, so she says, "Thank you, halfling," to the halfling. And then she turns to the pirate who seems confused at her presence and says, see, I'm trying to figure out who the pirate is and why he hasn't seen me yet. So I think she would say, where did you come from? Are you here to serve?
I'm loyal to my crew, being my best matey outside Yamakasi. Who do you serve, pirate lady?
Pirate lady.
I love it. I love you, wet hands. Be brave.
You've imprinted on him heavy.
Yeah.
I know, and he has me. I feel like we're just two peas in a pod.
So she would look at him and say, "Pirate lady, I would punish you for your insolence, but I don't have time for this." And she goes past him through the captain's quarters and walks through the wall quickly into the locked room.
Okay. And he just and he's left with the remaining undead who are just there staring at him, and he's staring at them. And Embernettle kind of flows over to him for a second and kind of just like, it almost looks like sniffing him. And he's like, "The fuck are you?" And back for the Misfit Warriors. All right, Nock, you get that message back from a woman. Thank you, halfling.
Okay. Then I would. My friends are all within hearing distance of me, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna say, guys, there's more falling. I let her know, so we can collect them together and hopefully we can split them up. I don't really want to fight her.
Yeah, I'm gonna like look over your shoulder at the boat and just kind of like, yeah, she seemed pretty neat, and she did help us
Yeah,
a little
she
bit.
very specifically didn't hurt me, so I feel cool about her so far.
I feel like
don't know.
since she attacked you mostly, you probably have
Attack is a
last say
strong
about it.
word. She put me in water. That was it.
Yeah, but she like focused you. You know what I mean? Like she wanted some. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I think it's the flower thing. I think she knows something about it.
then she
I don't
probably
know.
knows something about you or times alignment or something important.
Yeah, she said it wasn't mine, which was cool. That's always fun.
Could you?
What did you say,
I
Bracket?
don't.
That wasn't Bracket. That was just me yelling.
Oh,
Are
sorry,
you
you got cut
on?
out. I wanted to make sure you didn't miss your line.
Nah.
Could you ask Naira? I feel like.
I mean, I've never like prayed to her. I've talked to her in person.
Mistress
Also, like, the gods don't always respond in a timely manner.
I just I don't know.
You're
She
the
talks
only
to
other
me more
person
than
I think
I
I've
don't really
ever met
talk to
who's
her.
ever actually spoken to a god in person, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty neat.
Yeah,
she's
it's
cool.
her
I like
and
her.
Rain.
And Vane ends up get in the middle of this conversation, goes and points a wing up into the air, and you guys can see the stars are very close to getting down mere seconds.
All
Okay.
right, let's get ready,
How far away
folks.
are they? We need to go. If you think we should work with her, we will.
Somebody said roll a perception check. Roll a perception check. Whoever said that, they wanted to see how far away they were.
All right, that's me. Good thing I've got a great perception score.
That's
That's a 19 plus fucking 9, I think. Hold on.
Nice.
Can Vane also roll a perception check, Vicky? Just because Vane is keeping an eye out. What was your
Yes,
total
I
count?
can.
Oh,
19 plus 9.
Oh, so
Ooh,
20.
19
so
plus 13.
good.
Hold on.
So good.
32?
Yeah.
No, the answer is we know exactly where we need to go.
Vane's not quite as good, but 25.
25. That's
for Vane.
normal. Oh my god, and great. If
Yes.
Callum got a 25, that's like, psh, whatever.
So, Brian, where's the map you're giving us? Because clearly with those rolls...
I've got specialized.
But, alright, so Yamakasi and both Vane are able to kind of see them and pinpoint where they are going. They seem to be mere couple 100 feet away, which should be mere a round or two.
Carry me over right towards where one will fall so that I can be there right when it falls.
Okay. So you start flying up?
Yeah.
Alright, you see the biggest one. There seems to be, as you guys can see them get closer, there seems to be a total of 7 more that seem to be falling down, one bigger than the rest. And that the first one to come down is that big one.
I would head to that one.
As you are flying up, you see it crash directly in the crow's nest of the ship. You actually feel the shake of that from there. And before we get back to you, you see the next one behind the ship, and then you see you can see smaller ones land in different directions in the hills around where you are currently at.
Can I go to the one behind the ship?
Yeah.
I saw a knock take off. Is Wet Hands back with us yet, or is he still in the boat?
Yeah. Can I,
Wet Hands is still in the boat in the middle of the interaction with the two, and you remember you had sent him to follow that one, so you saw him go into the ship.
Yep. Okay. Just want to make sure.
Question: could I actually have carried someone else up to the crow's nest to drop off?
Me, please.
Could we do that? Could Vane carry Oliver up to the crow's nest, and then she and I would fly towards one of the ones that's just in the middle of the fucking hills, since it's further away.
Okay.
Nobody else will get there as fast as we would.
North, south, east, or west?
Roll a d4.
That's a good way to choose, actually.
That's the one you felt the
Okay.
shit more, and the one that they seem to drop Oliver off at.
I feel
I'm gonna
Okay, so
walk
I'll do,
into
like-
the pirate ship.
Vicky, I feel like you're freaking locked in right now. I love it very much.
South.
Dropping
Okay.
Oliver in the crow's nest and then going off is like a really good idea.
There you
So-
go.
You fly up, and before you get to that, just because there's something when you go to the crow's nest, Yamakowski, you're running around the back. Bracket, what are you doing?
I'm heading into the ship.
You're heading into the ship. Okay.
Because I've had the realization that we have not talked to the not pirate lady, but I'm going to say pirate lady from everyone else's description. I'm not going to say that to her.
The indiscriminate lady.
So
We haven't told her. We haven't communicated with her since this happened, and if I want to fight her again.
so Bracket,
No, you would know that I have messaged her. I did say that to you guys.
Okay.
Bracket, when you go over towards the ship, there are ropes dangling off the side of it to help climb up. You could either climb to the deck of the ship, or you can climb, and then there seems to be a window that was broken at one point to be expanded a little bit more. You could probably climb in to go into the ship where you saw the ghost lady fly.
I would climb up onto the deck. This ain't my house. I'll be polite.
Roll an athletics check. We have to roll dice for all these things still. I forget that sometimes. D&D.
Let me get my character sheet up. Okay, that's an 18.
18, you're able to climb up with absolute ease. All right, is all that's going on. Illyria. Oh, Oliver, you're not in the crow's nest yet. It's in the action of going there. I just
Okay.
want to see what Illyria did in the time you guys talked before going back to you guys real quick. So you flew into the locked room.
So am I able to say what I was doing in there even though they haven't been in there yet?
Yeah, they just have to treat it like they don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so Illyria discovered a while ago, or Ghost Lady discovered a while ago, that there is a locked room close to the captain's quarters.
Below the captain's
or below, I'm sorry,
quarters.
below the captain's quarters. She does not have a problem with going through walls, so she Danny Phantomed her way through the walls.
Love it.
And she found a room full of tapestries and random assorted chests and things like that. So she's been here for a while, undistinguished amount of times, you guys so far, but she goes in there to quickly start collecting her belongings. She would probably yell to Ember Nettle to come through the wall and assist her, and they are basically putting all of her bounty, so to speak, in her bag of holding quickly.
Ember Nettle is undead, but can't go like.
So I just
portable.
opened the door for
But
him.
yeah, you've opened the door, so you open the door and you bring all the stardust and stuff inside.
Yeah, so Ember Nettle would come in.
The other creatures have the remaining stardust. Do you have
Yep.
something in them as well?
They line up. I have them fall out. I assemble, grab all of the stardust, put it into my bag, and then
Wet Hands, as they walk by, kind of does like weird like fight poses, like to make sure like if they attack, he's ready to like hit, but they kind of just walk by and he's not really sure
1,000,000%.
what more to do.
he's not serving us, so he's also not concerning us. So they're basically just paying him no mind and just kind of like scuttling by him.
By the way, I just didn't describe this ghost pirate man. He is a Triton, which you would know as kind of almost like sea people. They typically have blue or deep green skin.
He's not right. You made him a water genasi.
Oh my God! Yes, water genasi. Sorry,
He's even more water people.
I was stuck between the two when I was thinking about it literally 5 minutes ago. I was like, I knew it was one of them. Callum, thank you for correcting me. Water genasi, which is
I want to
somebody
make sure I was right though, because
water
there's
elemental-esque type person
racist
still
stuff.
lives in the same type of
They're
environment.
blue.
Does Wet Hands speak a different language as a water genasi?
I believe
Like, does he have a native tongue? Because I feel Illyria might
common and
possibly know
Aquan.
that, considering where she spent a lot of her time.
common and Aquan, which is primordial. Do you speak primordial?
I believe I do, yes.
I love that. I have another use for my tablet, which I used to.
Wouldn't I also have some like very primitive forms of words in Aquan?
Aquan, yeah, you could use honestly, hold on, scroll down.
Yep.
So Aquan is a dialect of Primordial. So if you know Primordial, you can speak in. It's almost like if you were speaking Primordial in an accent, depending with that. So yes, you share the same language with Wet Hands.
Okay.
It's like
All right.
it's closer to different English speakers or different French speakers. More like different French speakers because they actually have different words.
Canadian, French, you know.
All right, so you get them in, and they start delivering the stardust to you. Where do you put it?
I put it in my bag of holding, and then when I'm done with that, I go around to my chests, gather up my golds and my gems, stick those in the bag quickly, and then she thanks Ember Nettle and floats up through the floor.
And you notice that you have a total with this, as everything. You finally got a tally. You have 3 pouches worth.
Yep.
Okay.
That's why she's headed up.
And actually, a second before you float up, you hear a Conlon. You're not stealthily doing it.
No, I'm going to talk to this person.
You hear like something kind of like walking up the side of the ship, and you hear it laying down the deck.
Gotcha. Well, she just went through the floor up to the deck.
Yeah, I imagine that as he reaches it, she just pops up.
Or go diagonal to the deck. Are you going to the deck to make the sound?
Yep.
Cool. All right. So back towards everybody else. So Nock, you are on Vane, flying Oliver up to the crow's nest. As you get an aerial view, Oliver and Nock, you see that this star that had crashed inside there took up a good portion of the space in the crow's nest. It does seem like it's a decent chunk of star that seems to be smoldering and turning into stardust. You see, as it crashes, though, the fire that erupts from this, it seems to be a deep purple fire, and as you see it flicker, it kind of almost like phases, like in, and then disappears, and then flickers back in for a second.
Displacement fire.
Oliver, roll an insight check.
Switch to a character sheet. Insight. Ooh, not good. That is an 11. 11.
You're trying to look into it to see if this is anything magical, like that in nature that you've seen before, but it's not something that you can like put a pin in on what this might be. But it definitely seems like a different type of fire.
Can I reach in?
Okay. Have I haven't.
Vane flies over close.
Yeah, I'd like to reach into the flame.
I'm still on the back of Vane with.
So Vane is holding you.
Yeah.
Understood.
You have free hands.
You got yoinked.
You can still. You have your arms and stuff. You're just if Nock's here, you're here. So, Nock, you reach over your hand towards the flame, and like it definitely seems hot, but like it doesn't seem to burn you.
Can I reach out too? Just
same exact thing, Oliver.
Hello.
Gotcha.
And as you get this close, Nock, you can see the star. The star is just smoldering and turning into dust. And to the back side of it, you do see this skeletal body kind of just collapsed. You can see a bow in one hand with several arrows, and even one in the chest.
Damn.
Ooh.
I'll yoink the arrows.
All right, so are you jumping into the crow's nest?
Yeah, I'll hop out. I
will also jump into the crow's nest.
Vane flies up enough to let Oliver and Nock go there, and you guys are standing there, and in a moment, it's just you guys and the skeleton, and all the flame disappears with the stardust before the purple fire kind of like erupts again for a second before disappearing and then kind of coming back. And it moves in a way where like it seems like it still is moving even when you can't see it. Nock, you go over and collect all the arrows?
Yeah, might as well.
All right, so you get all of the arrows. Do you just throw them in your quiver?
Yeah. I would just.
I would like to try and So, is there stardust coming off of it?
The star you can see is smoldering into stardust. If you reach over to that, you can tell that's hot like you have learned from the stars. Honestly, Yamakasi, I think, got hurt when he first touched the star immediately when it fell, but after a moment's time, it seemed like it calmed down.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a moment, and then I'm gonna start just trying to collect as much of the stardust as I can.
All right, Enoch, are you going to stay there or are you going to fly south?
I think I'm really intrigued by this fire, so I'm gonna try to see if I can get it to move with my druidcraft.
Does Druidcraft allow you to control flames?
Well, so it says you can light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a campfire. So I feel like
I'm sorry, there's no way you can't do a little bit of.
A little bit of like.
I was gonna say, so you definitely can't snuff it out because this is even more than a bonfire spell's worth of space.
Yeah.
But
that wouldn't even be what I wanted to do. I think just trying
as you are experimenting with this new magical capability that you have, you kind of use Druidcraft and focus in on this flame. It's hard at a moment because it's flickering in and out, but in those moments you can see it. You can kind of make it move with your finger in small, localized locations.
Cool. Okay. Well, do you want my help here, Oliver? I saw one falling that way, and I feel like
I would love to, yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna. You can hang out here and collect, and I will go to that one.
You do notice also there's a rope hanging off the side of the crow's nest as a way down.
Yeah, I want to make sure that he can get down.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll stay here.
Is so athletic.
Yeah.
My spell slots to Misty Step to go get him.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll stay here.
We'll,
I'll stay here and collect as much of this.
I'll go ahead and fly over, and I guess during the flight, I'll take a look at those arrows I collected and see if any of them are cool and special.
Okay. All right, we'll get back to that as you start flying south. Yamakasi, you run around the back side. Do you go the east side of the ship or the west side to go around? You're muted.
Callum.
Are you here?
I'm so sorry. I muted myself because I was pitching at my dogs.
No
am
worries.
I equally distanced from the left and the right on either side from this thing? Is it directly across the boat from me?
East would be a little bit quicker to go around. That would go around the back side of the ship where you kind of saw Wet Hands go into the ship from. The west would be the front of the ship, the point, and you haven't gotten that far in the field. You were running there at one point, but then you immediately yoinked back as the battle moved back over.
So I guess my next question is, do I have to run in either direction right now, or can I use... Well, okay, so how far a distance, if I wanted to teleport to a point kind of diagonally above, but all the way across from the ship and kind of fall to where it is?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense? Like a night crawler, bamf, up and diagonally across the boat and then fall, 15 feet down.
How far can you teleport?
60 feet?
60 feet. Yeah, you can definitely point. However, just so you know, the ship is about 30 feet up. So if you were diagonal kind of aiming for a point over there, it would be no lower than 35 or 40 feet up for where you have line of sight.
Give me a second to read the spell to make sure I can do that, but I think that's probably what I'm going to do.
What's 4d6 points of falling damage? Ooh, I just noticed how well my tattoo goes with my shirt right now.
Wow,
it does.
You matched in everything.
I'm loving that.
Look at us in our watercolors. We're so fruity.
I got this shirt in Cancun. I love it.
Nice.
Ooh, and I got this necklace in Cancun.
And
I don't think I have to be able to see the spot.
Oh, you said diagonal, so that's why I was only going for a point of view. Are you just trying to 60 feet in that direction?
I'm going to try to get myself basically under where the Starfall is. If 60 feet still doesn't get me there, then yes, and I'll do probably a dash with my bonus action.
All right, do you get all the way up to the ship before you teleport? Or I just want to know where the 60 feet is going to put you.
how far away from the very side of the ship am I right now?
You are, well, you're outside combat, so you can just run up basically anywhere. It's not going to be restricted by your movement.
Okay, but how far am I? Because like I could probably guesstimate how wide the boat is without having to look at it directly.
You're about 45 feet away from the boat where you were at the end of last session. So you can gauge the ship seems to be a little bit smaller than that distance. You're not sure by how much, but a little bit.
Okay, so I'm going to use my movement to get closer to the boat, then teleport to the other side of the boat with my.
How close? And are you going the full 60 feet?
Fuck, man, I don't know. I had like a 35 per perception. Where is this thing falling? I'm trying to go there. Like,
it's not going to be directly on the other side of the ship. It's going to be a little bit further. Like, definitely not within 60 feet. It just still determines what happens depending on how far you teleport, because something.
Okay, so I'm going to run all the way up to the side of the boat with my movement as close as I can, 30 feet.
Yep.
With just normal movement.
Vague. He likes to
I'm going to teleport. I mean, another movement amount of distance. Like, probably not the full 60 feet, but like, you know what I mean? I'm approximating a double dash.
So your normal movement's 30. So what, like 45?
Well, so 30, then teleport, and then if I need further movement, I have a bonus action dash because I'm a rogue.
All right. Are you using your full 60 distance of the teleport, though? That's all I just want to know. 60 foot or
no, 30 feet.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get to the other side of the boat.
30 feet, you said?
I don't know. You're making me double guess myself now. Like,
Brian, just say what happens. We're going to be here for the next 2 hours.
I need to know. It depends on where he appears.
Okay, so like within the realm of me having experienced boats in my life, I run up as close as I can and then use as much of the teleportation as I think is necessary to get to the other side. If I'm just still on the other side of the wall, all right, thank you. Intelligence check, I think that's a straight 9. Nope, it is an 11.
11? The boats of this size can go anywhere from like 30 to 40 feet wide.
All right, well then I'm going to use Pippo mentality. I'm just going to do the full 60 feet of teleport, and if I need to double back, I will.
Yay. Callum, you're using Astral Stream?
Yes.
All right, so the portal appears and you dive over through it. As you dive through the astral sea, seeing once again all the stars and the different like monstrosity of islands just floating in the distance.
Do I have a chance to like gauge if there's any floating thing in my path as I travel through it and see if I can grab anything?
It's an action to use the spell and you're just diving through. Asking for an action in the middle of that is just normally
No, that's fair. That's fair. I'll bring my hands with me next time.
So he can just but you appear through the other side of your astral stream, dive through the portal, and you splash into water as there seems to be water up to about like 3 feet. So like up to a little past I'd say up to your waist, maybe you're 5 feet, right?
I can't remember, but I probably.
Yeah, I think you were a little over 5 feet, so probably like up to your waist. And within 5 feet in front of you, there seems to just be a lumbering ogre zombie. He's just standing there, and he stares over and looks at you.
Punk rock.
I mean, yeah, Nock told me to not like make enemies, so I'm gonna be like sup, like kind of like raise my hand and like as friendly a gesture as I can muster, having just been dumped into the soup.
Roll a charisma check.
Well, he's a paladin.
I know. I was about to say, not the paladin making a charisma check.
Oh yeah, he needs
Oh
to repack his
no!
bowl.
What a nightmare!
I already did that.
Just straight up charisma check.
Yes.
A 16.
16. It looks
Yep.
over at you and she's like,
Aw.
it's not attacking you. It's not as it's just staring at you at this point. It's not sure what to do.
Oh.
I mean,
It's
I'll
not
take
getting
that
any
over
correct
outright
commands. It's
aggression.
not. What?
I said I'll take that over outright aggression.
All right. Do you run around it?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Do you
My
run
dog.
around it?
How tall is he?
About 12 feet.
So how tall is his groin? Like could I run under his legs if I kind of dip into the water like slip and slide style?
Yes.
Fuck it. We ball. Let's do it.
We ball.
And it kind of like looks under its legs at you for a second and dips its head in the water and is like confused for a second. And then it sees you swimming off towards the direction of where the stars fell, which seem to be probably a good like 100 feet ahead of you. There seems to be two over in that direction on either side of the stream. And the ogre zombie sees you run off and starts doom, doom, doom after you. Not in a hostile way, but just doom, doom, doom after you through the water.
He's like, I'm coming too.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I think that's my whole
You
thing.
made a new
Also,
friend.
yeah. Probably not. He's probably gonna mash my bananas. Like. I will say though, I am sorry for like taking so long for that to work out the way it did.
Don't worry, Cal. I needed to know your distance to one, know if you went into the ship or outside, and then two, if you decided to land directly in front of the ogre zombie or had some space and distance. And you chose the exact distance to be right in front of it, which was great.
He was just trying to make sure you weren't going to be in his leg.
I teleport into his literal stomach, but like just my hand is outside.
He was like, oh boy,
This is not the only stomach I've been in the past week.
And it's not going to be the last either, like if I know myself.
Oh, Lord.
What a trend.
Okay. Bracket. So you climb up onto the ship, and you see Vane and flying up towards the mast. Oliver and Nox seem to jump into the crow's nest that seems to be on fire in this weird purplish on and off kind of flame.
That's beyond my problems. That's beyond I trust Knock.
So you look over, and it definitely seems like a long abandoned ship that's been here for a while. There seems to be cobwebs around, barrels lined and toppled over. There seems to be like this, I forgot what it's called, I couldn't find it anywhere, but that part of a ship where it's like the square and you can lift it up and you can go into the bottom through it or something like that.
You mean a hatch?
Yes, thank you. I didn't know if there was a specific pirate name for that. I was looking that up and I couldn't find it.
Or the cargo hold, Brian.
Pirate.
A hold? Yeah, isn't it called a hold or something?
It's the hatch for the hold. The hold is inside the ship.
Damn it. Okay, the internet failed me. Okay.
Brian, text me.
But you see one of that, and then there's a staircase that leads up to the front of the ship where you can lean over towards the edge, and you can see a slight fire over there. And then over on the other edge, more staircase that leads to the back of the ship, and then a door in the front that seems to be leading towards the captain's quarters, or what you would assume is the captain's quarters of a ship.
I am going to kind of step middle of the deck and say loudly enough you should hear me through like the flooring directly below us. Hey, ma'am, do you need more of that stuff? Because more fell.
And as you're
we'll
saying
help
that,
you.
and you can kind of hear that as you're going through the floor, this woman just appears 10 feet in front of you on the ship. And you see this Aasimar man with copper hair. Aasimars are angelic, they almost look like humans, just very beautiful. They got very
she did
fine
see the
features.
angel boy earlier.
Definitely, yes. I'm just for Sam, describing like what Aasimars typically look like.
He looks like what you imagine an angel would look like, but
And
a
definitely
person.
some sort of warrior has like paladin armor on his chest. Definitely you've seen him wielding a sword and a shield. And he said that to you. You peer up in front of you.
Okay, so at this point, it's taken us a while to get here, but she's been floating up through the floor, correct?
Yes, I'm trying to keep all the timelines synced between what's going
So,
on.
can I float all the way up to the crow's nest while I'm speaking to him? Like, as I'm passing by?
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you come out as
don't
she
have
had
to
just
pause.
said that, and she just keeps going.
No. So she doesn't just keep going. I feel like she
That'd be
hesitates.
super rude.
She hesitates
I have
for
to
a
take a
second,
quick break.
and she
Bethany
just kind
asked
of
me to
looks
dog
at him, and she's
outside.
like, I suppose thanks is an order. Thanks is an order, warrior. Hold that thought. And then she just keeps floating up to the top, where she's going to proceed to come
And
up.
as you're floating up, you see the bird, the owl, and Nock fly. You're flying off in the southern direction.
Yep.
And Nock, as you're doing that and you're pulling out the arrows, you see the phantom lady flying up towards the crow's nest as well.
She gives you a nod of acknowledgement, and she floats up right behind Oliver.
Oliver, you're collecting the stardust into your pouch now. You started actually collecting it.
And
Why
she
is the crow's
proceeds-
nest from the deck?
She proceeds to give him
You can see it, yes.
a not fatal, but enough to knock you out, blow to the back of his head, much like the barrel, and says, I'm sorry, but that's mine, wizard. And starts gathering up some of the stardust that is there.
So
He does fall forward, and she does grab the back of his
You have
shirt
to
and
roll.
put him down so he doesn't fall.
So you have to roll. You have to roll an
That's fine.
attack roll first.
That's fine.
He doesn't expect you, so you're going to have advantage. So this is with So you're not very strong, but he doesn't have that big of an AC. So
I'm not looking to hurt him. I'm looking.
Yeah, we've rolled for this before.
Hurt
Because
his
Range
noggin.
knocked out people that she accidentally
So
killed.
roll a d20 twice. That's good, and that's +3 because of your proficiency. So that's okay.
I'll eat my hot dog. It's cold now, but the worst part being this pain has been that I'm nauseous all the time.
Okay.
Sorry, it's just you pulling a hot dog from off
After you
screen
get that-
as if that's just like the most normal thing in the world. Really got me.
Andrew,
Yeah.
I have
I
a
love hot
16.
dogs.
Did it hit your head?
Oh, definitely.
All right. So
Definitely.
Excellent.
Illyria isn't strong, so it only deals 1 point of damage to the back of your head. So it's just a quick ah.
Yeah. I imagine that the surprise was enough to knock him forward though, and he's kind of uneasy, and she just kind of grabs his collar and just sets him down and just grabs the stardust in her hand.
So you have to start collecting. It's
I
not
will
something you
start.
do.
That's
All right.
fine.
So Oliver, you got some of the stardust, and then she just clocks you in the head, pushes you to the side, and then starts collecting it herself.
Okay, and I was like, oh, hi, pirate lady.
You not all
She
said
doesn't-
I'm not a pirate, and then we'd stop.
Yeah, I didn't hear that conversation.
She says nothing to that. She just pays him no mind after she sets him aside and just starts gathering like he's not a threat.
Sorry about the barrel thing. I thought you were trying to kill us.
No mind, just keeps
She continues gathering.
Just ignores you and says, "Are you doing?"
We're not in
anything else,
charge,
Oliver, or
apparently.
we're
We're
kind
not
of
important
not-
enough.
No, after the non-response to the second thing, I'm just gonna be like, okay.
Can I interrupt for a second?
Yeah,
Bethany
what's
just
up?
rescued a stray dog.
What?
What?
I want to interrupt for a second. There's a stray dog at my house because Bethany just brought him in.
Oh,
Oh.
baby. Aw.
Isn't he cute?
Oh my God!
I
Special
love
guest
him.
star.
I love
He just
him.
looked in my eyes and I was like, "Are you my dog now?"
You look so happy.
You're the one who brought him inside. It's not even my fault this time.
You thought this time.
I literally looked at you like you were killing me when you did
Yeah,
it, and
I
now
mean,
it's like,
you can just take him and get him checked for a microchip and make sure he's all healthy, and then
Yeah, I posted on a Facebook page and hopefully
Nice.
someone will claim him pretty quick, but We'll check for a microchip
Honestly,
tomorrow.
if you want to bring him in,
Yeah, that
I'll
makes
let you
sense. It's not that bad.
Bethany, thank you for being one of the many beautiful people who don't leave animals just to fend for.
she, like, you know how humans are like
Conlon, do the
persistent
thing.
predators? She persistent
Sorry, I'm
finds
fixing my
stray
thing.
dogs in our area and gives them back to her owner.
Aw, this is the thumbnail for the video.
Can we get everyone in? That's what we have to look at.
Thank you. You are
We always love dog content.
Oh,
on
he
this
looks
show.
so happy.
I
Oh
like
my
you.
god.
You into that?
It's hilarious because when I first came down, I was like, okay, so I brought a dog inside, and Callum was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Can I see him? Where is he? Let me look at him.
Are you kidding me? Let me see him. I want to pet his belly.
And then immediately looked at him and was like, oh, you're so cute.
Sam,
just
what
said,
if one of us is going to bring a cat home and then we're just going to accept that we have another cat?
Any animal, really.
Yeah.
We have plenty of cats.
Yeah, Sam's like, I found this dog. Where? Don't worry about it.
I find a raccoon and I'm like, it looks similar to a cat.
I don't
He
think it has rabies.
If not friend, why friend shaped?
Correct. I found a dog the other day and I was talking to Vic about it. It was real chonky, and he wanted nothing to do with me. Otherwise, he would have been friends. But I think it was like a one-way friendship.
I've made funny friends at work.
You have.
But all right, wonderful intermission, guys. Always pause for animal content. Bracket, back to you. You saw this woman. Thank you, and then hold that thought. Basically, fly up towards your friend in the crow's nest.
How far away is the crow's nest?
About 40 feet up.
I don't want to crawl up the rope. That's a lot of work. I'm heavy.
Should I let him into the
Are you
backyard?
50 step?
No, it's because it's slightly longer than how far I can go.
Yeah, you can get to the area where there's like the netting and the rope and then catch it and climb up the rest of the way.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
I'm going to do a gentle jump and then Misty Step and then grab onto it so I'm even closer.
Okay, I like it. So roll an athletics check.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. I rolled a 1.
No.
It's on account of your back pain. You shouldn't have mentioned it at the beginning.
That was funny though. It's like I was like, oh, hopefully this will be an okay roll. Oh,
It's
never
gotta
mind.
be
I'm eating
canon
shit.
now.
Hold on.
Canon that Bracket is in chronic pain for the rest of the episode.
I need this. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I didn't have my crits tracker open. All right. Bracket, season 3, natural 1 champion we got going on, I think.
Oh yeah. By the way, that still is like an 8. So like I don't eat shit.
Yeah, no, because it's not a critical. It's not a critical failure. I'm gonna say though, at an 8, that's just really good enough to still catch the rope. You had to like fumble for it when you Misty Step. Sorry, but you were able to grab hold.
I'm gonna get Sam a separate computer so he doesn't get killed by your hands.
My face doesn't exist. Carry on.
Oh my god.
It's me and Brian's biggest character flaws. It's why you notice we stand 10 feet apart from each other. It's that we were safe.
And Andrew, oh my god, it's like Marisha Ray next to Liam O'Brien.
Yeah. I was thinking about Marisha when you
In Critical Role, Marisha literally decked Liam O'Brien in the face one time.
I've that before because Italian hands, but you are the king of accidentally tripping me, accidentally hitting me, dropping me when you're carrying me, or my favorite, being at a wedding with a dress that I borrowed from his sister when I had just recently started to get to know her, and I told her, and I quote, I will return it in mint condition. And Brian spilled a red glass of wine on me within the first 10 minutes of the wedding.
When did this become a roast session?
You
It's
know,
not that
it's carry on.
But Bracket, you were able to just barely hold on, and you even are like, that was a fucking close one. But then you were able to
That's
climb
fucking
up the rest
clumsy
of
as
the
hell.
way.
What the fuck was that? Am I drunk? What am I?
You have been smoking a lot of the dank weed recently, so
Yeah.
That is true. Bracket has been pretty much.
Technically, we've been taking edibles.
true.
In
Yeah,
game,
Yeah,
we made edibles.
characters. Oh, I love this.
Vic,
Yeah.
Vic and Conlon.
It's the
also,
reason. One of the reasons. There's multiple reasons that Knock and Bracket are
Bracket.
best friends is they do drugs
Oh, I
together.
thought that you meant that Bracket and Knock were doing
Oh yes,
edibles.
in game.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Okay, yes.
In game, Bracket and Knock are always doing drugs together whenever they aren't doing something overly important, or it's so important that we need to be high because we just can't handle this.
Road trip, basically, road trip.
All I get would be a bad idea, but Illyria, like, drugs right now.
Ooh,
Hey,
that's gonna be a-
Do you
I'm
want
willing to
drugs?
share. I am willing to share.
So back in game, so we can get to that point. Bracket, you climb over the edge, and you can kind of just see Oliver sitting down, not sure what to do, and this woman now just shoveling the stardust into a pouch.
I'm gonna
And
help her
at this
shovel it
point,
into her
You're
pouch.
basically getting the last bit of it. Oliver, you got about a quarter of the pouch. You got 3/4 of it. So you're almost at
Oh, I'm
the
almost at
remainder.
my quota, and there's so many other stars. Okay, so I probably won't have to fight anyone.
Mhm. And Bracket, you lift yourself over the crow's nest and hop in, and you guys are all in this purple phantom flame that just keeps flashing, but you're not getting burned. And all the stardust is now gone, and you're all kind of just in there. What do you guys do?
Hey, Angel guy.
I'm.
Hey, sorry about that,
What do you
guys.
It's literally, hey, Angel guy.
Party.
Well,
That-
to be fair, no, Oliver
No,
has
me
only
and
known them
him
for, like,
met each other 2 days ago.
Yeah, Oliver has only known these people for like 2 days.
Oh, okay. I have no
And me
idea.
and Oliver have not had a conversation yet. Besides, like, yo, what's up, man? Like, like I got his back, but like, we know nothing about each other.
Yeah, it's true.
What do you guys do?
So I saw what direction Knock went towards one of the stars.
The south.
Yeah.
Okay, we saw the ones that came down.
Mhm.
What can I see from now? We're on the crow's nest. Can I see where Yamakowski's heading?
Roll a perception check.
Cool. That is a 19.
What?
Look around and see if there's
You're
one
not
of those.
normally at perception checks. Good
No,
job.
normally I roll low as shit, but that's because I did the athletics check so badly, the dice had to be like, sorry.
Yeah, you can actually see Yamakowski approaching an area where it seems like two stars had fallen, and there seems to be an ogre zombie following after him. You can't tell if it's hostile or not.
Why haven't you plotted these stars?
What do you mean?
Like last time.
Oh, we're not in combat now, so I mean this is more just theater of the mind at this point. It's a lot easier and things move faster at that
Okay,
point.
well, theater of the mind, I'm going to ask you where they are multiple times because they're not visual.
So you're now in the crow's nest, out for the first time. Roll a perception check.
With what?
Your D20.
D20.
And you have that you add to your perception. It's one of your best stats.
Okay. So I'm gonna point out
Ooh.
the other two of the.
Sam's first snap one, everybody!
You can't see
Oh,
shit.
no.
Just
Welcome
rely on
to
a
the
moron. Good luck.
Eyeball falls out.
You see nothing.
It's not my first one. It's just my first one in game where it mattered because, as I've said, my dice are being.
That was the mushroom one. That one liked you for
The
a while.
mushroom one didn't like me. It's the icy one. That's why I should have used the icy one.
Alright, so nat 1, it's not a
That's 7.
critical failure, so you still add that 7, so it's 8. You can't see any of the ones that they know had fallen into the hills, because those are outside your vision, but you do see that Birdman, who first started collecting the stardust when you were on the ship, running towards more of them, with one of your ogre zombies following behind.
Is there any other stardust that I can see that's easier to get to?
Easier?
with that
No.
perception check.
But I'm about to explain to you to your face where the other, like, 3 ones that people haven't walked to are.
Yes, so that's what you saw, Bracket. You see that, and you did notice all the other directions that they went to. With that perception check from the crow's nest, from what you saw before, you can probably try to triangulate that they're basically in all of the cardinal directions around this valley.
I'll use my watch that isn't a compass for that.
And Oliver, just so you know, sorry, so I don't forget, because I forget some things, directly next to where Illyria plopped you, just so you know, you see on the ground there does seem to be a spyglass.
Wipe it.
Grab it! Grab it! Grab it! Grab it! Grab it!
We play this game like Legend of Zelda, you take everything. Or even worse, Skyrim. Literally
Grab it.
everything.
I want
Loot
it.
every-
I want it. I want it.
Loot everything.
Give me the aesthetic glass.
We're the people who, Brian's like, so unfortunately
Okay,
I've had to
Leon the
impose
owl
weight
with the
limits on you
spyglass.
guys because you all
No,
have an
you're not
inventory of
wrong.
4,000
You're not wrong.
things.
Bag of
I just want
holding.
it for the aesthetic.
Yeah, I'm just gonna swipe
I'm good at
it.
rope.
Uh,
Okay, but I will
You
point
can add
out.
a spyglass to your inventory, Bracket.
I will point out to her 3 of the locations, not the one that Nock's going towards, because there's no reason for 2 people to go over there, and Nock is already going over there. I'll say, there's 3 more right there, and there are 2 by where Yamakowski and the ogre are.
First time you ever heard any of their names, Yamakowski, and he pointed to the Birdman.
And I said, also, I'm Bracket, by the way, and I put my hand out.
She kind of stares at your hand, and she doesn't really know what to do with that. But
in that moment, too, just so you know, as you're thinking, you can kind of see out of his armor comes a little mouse.
Oh!
And kind of looks in your direction, and the Bracket Bolt kind of looks at you and just be like, "This didn't go as planned, did it?"
Nothing goes. I literally say out loud, nothing goes as planned. What are you talking about?
And Bracket, do you say anything back to Bolt?
I literally say, nothing goes as planned. Kind of a whisper, but like a whisper shout. Like, she can hear clearly. She's standing in front of me.
Right in Bracket, a mouse comes out, looks like it talks
and
to
he's
him.
whispering to it.
He says, "Nothing goes as planned."
do we hear the mouse, or can only
No,
Bracket hear
only
the
I can hear the mouse. He's in my head.
And Oliver, you've seen it a couple of times, but yeah, you've seen Bracket.
You have not
talk
seen me
to the mouse.
actually interact with it yet, though, besides, like, being like, oh, it's his pet mouse.
Yeah.
So she just kind of like is half talking to herself, half talking to him, and she just goes, "Unexpected and interesting." And then I think that she would probably. Where's Ember Nettle right now?
Ember Nettle has stayed down below at the ship with Wet Hands and the others.
Oh, okay, they can hang out. She's going to go off in the direction of one of the stars that he mentioned that Nock and Yamakowski are not going to.
So
she's-
which direction?
so
North, east, or
So there's one in each direction?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you're going where, Nock?
South.
South.
You're going
You
south.
saw Nock go with Vane to the south.
She will go east. She kind of like floats off to the side of the ship and then just kind of makes a little hand motion and calls one of the skeletal horses over and pops up.
That is so sick. And those horses, there is actually a flock of them, I believe. I don't know what you call it. Sorry, I forgot what group of horses is called.
It's not called a
Herd.
flock.
Yeah,
Herd,
sorry.
probably, unless there's a more
A
specific.
flock. A herd of three of the horses in kind of the northeast direction. She could have went over there, hopped on one, and flew over. All right, so she doesn't shake your hand, Bracket, says that, and then just flies past you and Oliver over into the east direction.
I literally
You see her
just
over?
say, sick. And then-
You see, hops on a horse and rides away.
like, as she walks away and like, doesn't shake my hand, I'm like, sick. Because I see she's going at least...
Kind of fit to Bracket. She didn't shake his hand.
Unexpected and interesting.
Yeah, nothing mean. That's why he said nothing actually malicious back.
That's
Sick.
it.
Bracket, you're left with Oliver now, and Oliver, you're sitting down. The stardust is all gone. You have like a quarter pouch of it.
Yeah. And seeing her ride away on the horse, I'll just be like, "It's a new one. Haven't seen that before."
I'm like, I've ride a horse every day.
Yeah, but not a ghost horse.
Sorry, my magic angel horse is not enough for you. I'll do
Unless
better.
your magic angel horse has exposed ribs, which I hope it doesn't. They don't look the same.
All right, Bracken, Oliver, is there anything you do as you're left alone in the crow's nest?
Get down.
There's also a skeleton on the ground, that
I will
Oliver, you
double
somehow
check
saw.
for loot for shits and giggles.
Can I loot the
You know what
skeleton? Is
happened.
there anything in the skeleton?
Yeah, we're
Well,
gonna
what's
double
fine.
check for stuff.
Roll an investigation check.
Also, does it seem
Stephanie
that is
was
there
doing that
because you
dog
said that
That
when this
is
falls, it
a-
falls like as an asteroid that has
21.
stardust on it, right?
Mm-hmm. Wait, say that again?
So when you
21.
described this before, sorry, I'm speaking over Andrew. When you described the previous asteroids, or
Mhm.
was that the right word? What's the word when they
Arse.
entered Earth's atmosphere? I don't remember.
Re-entry. Wait, what?
Is it
I think it's a
meteor?
meteor,
It's
isn't it?
meteor.
Meteor.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
I want to be correct. If I'm yelling about disinformation online enough and calling people out about shit, I need to be right myself. Or at least try. So you described it as like a meteor that the stardust comes off of. Is any of the
Yeah.
rock left afterwards?
That's a good question. That's
You
a good
don't-
Ooh,
question.
yeah, you can pour
Investigation
the
check.
sword from the metal left over.
Nobody really looked yet in the heat of combat when just
Well, I'm
collecting
looking
it.
at the one in front of me.
But, yes, now you have a moment of peace as you're collecting it. You do look, they do seem to still be like warm. You can see little reddish purple spots within some blackened rocks that are left, but the light slowly starts to be dimming as if it's like cooling down. There are scattered bits of rock left. The bits that did not smolder into what became the stardust.
I
I'm gonna
would like
collect.
to pick up. Can I pick up some as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna collect anything that's like bigger than anything smaller than a softball and like that size.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
it's
I'm
smaller
sure
than
I
a softball,
wanna-
I want it because I don't want to carry a big fucking rock. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit.
Oh, and Oliver, as he's doing that, you were doing the body, checking the body
Yeah, you're
first.
checking the body.
With,
I'll give you some meteor. Don't worry.
I got a
With-
21. Yeah.
with a 21, you can add about 15 gold pieces to your inventory.
Sick.
And can you please roll a D1000 for me?
A
Fuck
D1000?
yeah! Fuck
A
yeah! Fuck
Oh
yeah!
no! A D1000? How
Yeah.
Roll a percentile, and then a D10.
Understood. Okay.
Close. Hi. Oliver rolled high enough that he rolled.
Klaus, this is my
one thing I
friend.
have
Okay.
with 1,000 real-world items you can find with good amount of investigation checks, and I'm having him roll a D1000 right now.
Oh, lovely.
I have a Reese's
Okay.
wrapper and a watch.
So what's the first percentile?
That would be a 90.
Nice.
Okay. What's the second percentile?
A 10.
Okay. And what's the D10?
A 1.
911. Is
Possibly.
it a fire truck? Can you have found a full toy fire truck?
No, even I think better for you guys, Oliver, you find on this, in what seems to be pouches on the side of this person's hip, you can find what seems to be 2 cylindrical glass containers with a cap on it, and it has a label across the front. One of them is yellow, and one of them is red on the inside.
Okay.
Is this
Bracky,
ketchup
you're
and mustard?
collecting the rocks as Oliver
I
just
swear
placed 2 things next to each other.
Is it are they fucking jars of ketchup and mustard?
So, Bracket, do you look over and
After I'm done collecting my meteors, I've separated them into 2 bags. I'm handing half to my wizard friend because I assume that he needs stuff like this as components.
And as you do that, I'll turn over and hold up these jars.
Asteroid rocks handing to him. He's holding just two cylindrical jars, and Bracket, you immediately look at them, and it says Yankee Candle Lemon and Yankee Candle Merry Christmas.
Did I find scented candles?
Yes.
I put that in my bag. And I go, you can keep the lemon. That's a bad scent. That's a.
I'll just stare at it for a second and just throw it off the crow's nest.
At the bottom on the deck of the ship.
Guess I'll crawl down and go get that chunk of wax that's left.
I guess Yankee Candle's never gonna sponsor us.
Damn, dude, that was cold.
It was funny as hell. I want that animated.
I agree.
Stare just. But I'll just be like, "What you said? It was a bad scent. I don't."
As I'm crawling down, we need the wax. We can make other candles. We can make.
All right, last thing for you guys: Bracket, roll a new athletics check. Oliver, roll an athletics check because you guys are climbing down from the crow's nest.
Oh my god!
Also, how many
we are chaotic.
how many meteor rocks did we get?
Out of that amount.
Make your decision later, Brian. It's okay. I don't need it right now.
Yeah, I'll determine exact amounts at the end of the episode when you're kind of divvying up like what you guys got.
My athletics check is a 5. Roll 5.
Yeah.
I have a 16.
16. All right, Bracket, you start climbing down. Oliver, you hop over the edge and grab the rope. And as you're reaching your first foot into the next notch to go down, it misses. You slip and you lose your grip.
No.
And you start.
It's like, oh fuck!
Bracket, roll a dexterity check because you have to be quick enough to grab him as he's falling down.
Yep. Okay.
Did I miss anything?
Check. Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Nothing important.
Nothing major. Nothing.
Oh
major.
yeah, we need to clip that. We need to figure out what's our timestamp.
It's 9:54, so like 9:50, I guess.
No, okay. So at 1 hour and 40-ish minutes, Brian, tomorrow or whenever you have a chance, go on Twitch, get around there, and let's clip that. That's a worthwhile clip.
That's going on YouTube's clips and TikTok.
Yeah, that needs to go on the TikTok. We need to do it on our Twitch
Wait,
clips.
We have a TikTok.
Yeah, we have
a
TikTok. We just are lazy and don't upload.
I'm happy to share though. Bethany got that little puppy back to his family.
Oh, awesome. Sick. We're happy he's happy.
Wow, we're having a background story throughout.
This is a great episode.
Well, yeah, but that's why I was asking if I missed
episode.
anything because I've been in and out for the last it feels like a while because my fucking dogs were freaking
Oliver
out.
threw a Yankee
Alan,
candle.
we're going to have to rewatch this. This is great so far.
Oliver threw a Yankee candle on the deck.
What was your dexterity check?
17.
17. Oliver, you're falling, and Bracket just grabs you, and you're now dangling out of the hand. He grabs you by the back of your cloak, and you're kind of just dangling.
Oh boy!
Boy! Am I holding onto the rope, or am I going down the netting?
You're holding onto the rope. The actual netting is kind of to the side of you. You've been using it for footing, but you can kind of just reach over, get the netting, and kind of hop, go down, or you can kind of move him over, and he can grab.
I'm gonna swing Oliver onto the netting, so that way I don't have to keep supporting his weight.
Thank you, sir.
This is normal paladin wizard relations. I got you rocks. I caught you from dying.
Hey, cat content.
Cat content.
Oh, kitty.
All right, Yamakasi, as you are back, you run over towards the Stardust. It doesn't take more than a few moments to get over there, and you're faster than this ogre zombie. So you get do you go to the left side of the river first or the right?
Do I have any indication which one is bigger by volume or?
They both seem very comparable in volume.
All right. How far away are they from me, and how far away are they from each other?
You can be at one of them by now, just with your movement outside of combat. With the little bit of the river flow, the river seems to it's more of a stream, but it's pretty wide for a stream. It's about like 28 feet across. So they kind of both landed about 10 feet across from like the edge of the river. So like 48 to 50 feet apart from each other.
Okay, so like if I reached one, I pick the right one.
Mhm.
I will scoop it up in my Gaunty hand with its like adhesive thing, so I don't drop any of the stardust until I get it in a pouch. But then, like, is the ogre still stomping after me?
The ogre is stomping after you, and as you get it in Gaunty and put the first bit in the patch, Gaunty doesn't let go of the stardust immediately.
Oh, I didn't know. I wasn't trying to get it in a pouch yet. I'm saying so that I don't drop it while I'm just holding it.
Oh, okay. So Gaunty is just covered in stardust right now, all the way around the gauntlet.
Fucking glitter bombed. I love it. Okay.
And the ogre zombie is not caught up to you yet, but it's still like not aggressively, but just doom after you.
Okay. Can I use action and bonus action to dash over to the other one and kind of like poke Gaunty again in more glitter as I pass, kind of thing? Like,
I think Gaunty after the first one is at glitter capacity. So
it was an action to pick them up, wasn't it?
Yes, it's an action and technically 2 actions for a half pouch amount of stars from what we did in the previous sessions. So it took like 2 rounds over, and Gaunty is just covered in the stardust now. As you kind of just rolled Gaunty in all the stardust, and Gaunty just used the adhesive trait to get it all stuck to it.
Oh, I will remove my 2 HP for using the trait.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it uses 2 turns, so the ogre is closer to me.
Yep. It's
After
probably about
the stardust
the
that
speed
is
it's
in
been
that
moving.
pile.
The speed it's been moving at, I'd say it's probably a turn away from you. What did you just say?
After I picked up all of the stardust in that pile and got it all coated in Gaunty, and probably also grabbed the chunk of whatever materials left over, because like I'm just plunging my arm into the river and grabbing what is there, having Gaunty hold on to it.
It's on the shore next to the river. Gaunty is
right. Well,
that is the shape of a gauntlet on Yamakausi's arm.
So it's a creature?
Yes.
it's a mimic.
Dude is a walking apartment building.
He has
Yeah.
many big creatures on
Wait,
or
like
in him.
a mimic like your old character? From the other campaign?
This is his character from the other campaign.
Oh! So
He
it's
was
a
carrying
mimic
over.
on a mimic?
So he is a kenku, which is a bird creature who mimics like speech.
Yes.
But there is a creature in D&D called a mimic, which
They
can
traditionally make themselves look like treasure chests.
This could be a mimic. 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 Anything could be a mimic.
I have a mimic that's a glove and a mimic that's a ring.
They'll bite ya.
Yes, he has 2 mimics: a mimic ring and a mimic gauntlet. Chinese
Gotcha.
friend.
Technically monsters, but to Yamakausi, they're friends.
Yes.
Yeah, they're cuties. You guys are good.
So honestly, I'll say with using the 2 HP, because this you don't have to convince Gaunty when you do that. You feed him, and Gaunty just does it because you fed him blood. When you did that, you also got some of the rocks remaining around it. So it's not only glitter bomb, but you also got some moon rocks mixed in on that gauntlet now.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted.
And then, all right, at this time, the ogre zombie seems like it's about to catch up to you. What do you do
so
now?
like, once I've used as much action economy as I need to pick up what is in that pile and do what I needed to do, I'm going to sprint across the river.
Okay.
And can you explain to me what would happen if I just opened my bag of holding and like fucking like, have you ever seen when they do the fishing nets on the bottom of the ocean?
Mm-hmm.
You scrape it across the bottom. Like, could I just scrape my bag of holding against the ground and scoop it all in like a fucking...
So you won't be able to scoop it all in because bag of holdings have a certain length that you can open them across to. So you would only be able to get
drain
that.
that bitch later.
I would say if 2 actions take the time to funnel it into a bag. I'd say if you did that, make a roll, I'd say. Honestly, I think sleight of hand as you're kind of just maneuvering the bag over that to see how much you can get with that action. If you roll high enough, you might be able to get it all in one turn, depending on it.
Oh, see, I'm gonna use Blinky for the test as well.
Cool, that's why you got it.
Yep.
Who's Blinky?
His ring mimic. He's got Gaunty and Blinky.
Gaunty's in an apartment building.
Okay,
Blinky,
so
Blinky allows him to cast
sleight of hand.
on himself, which helps him when he makes little action skills. Stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Is 19 total.
19. So I set the DC as an 18, Callum. So you got
Fucking
just
amazing.
get it, and you
Gaunty came in clutch. I rolled the 4 on the D4.
So you take that one, or you take both your hands, even with the stardust still covered on Gaunty, sorry, and you open the bag as wide as possible and just a swift thing. There are a couple of the moon rocks remains that you didn't get in that swipe, but you got all of the stardust and some of the rock.
Easy day. Fucking perfect.
Are you going to try to gather the other rocks or run away? The ogre zombie is crossing the river towards you.
I am not so much interested in the other rocks. I'm probably gonna continue like past and like circle back towards everyone else.
So you did, by the way, Nock pointed out the stars. You did see them going off in all of the cardinal directions. You don't know where all your friends went because everybody kind of split, but you do know one went off in the northern direction.
Okay, well then I would go there instead since I know how to get back to the boat.
Okay.
I imagine that we're probably going to meet up at the boat in a little while.
So you
Like,
run
I'm on
off
a mission right now.
You run off up into the hills, or into the mist, out of the Valley of First Existence.
How far away is the one in the north? Am I going to like fucking ditch everyone and they're going to be pissed?
I mean, every Nock and Illyria are doing that. They fell off somewhere into the mist, into the hills beyond that. So you're not sure how far, but you know the rough direction. So you would have to run into the mist and...
No, then I'm going to go back towards the boat and go and at least meet up with Wet Hands.
Okay. I feel like, Yamakasi, you have one of those moments of, like, knowing the stars there, but knowing your teammates are there, and seeing the ogre zombie there and be like, smart. Back towards the friends.
I had that change of heart, remember? You made me have that change of heart, so now I've got to be rational.
I love the character development of Wind Whisper all the way to Yamakasi. It's been an amazing ride.
It really has been too, though. Like, definitely one of my favorites.
So you start running back over, and the ogre zombie again lumbering, following in your 6 behind you.
Can I, while I'm moving, or is this still the same turn that Gaunty coded itself, or like? Since I grabbed the other one, can I?
I would allow you while you're running. You can kind of stick Gaunty in there and ask Gaunty, like, shake it off.
Yeah,
like, let
that
go.
was exactly what I was thinking. Like, just let go. Thank you so much for your help. That was amazing.
So it thanks you. You can feel after it lets go of the stardust, it kind of licks up your arm a little bit.
Aww.
You're beautiful and wonderful.
All right. Nock, over to you.
Yeah.
So Nock, sorry, this is the split party.
No, we're good. I'm enjoying all of this.
I need more alcohol. Well, I have alcohol, but I have nothing to mix with it. I can just take shots at this point. I mean,
Well, you have wine to mix with it. You know, like a psychopath.
wine.
No, you have to add some Malibu after that.
No.
Wait, I got an idea.
Don't
You
do
want-
that.
you want
Don't do
something
that.
Really crappy?
Oh my God, she's gonna put.
I know you.
You're gonna put Mountain Dew in my wine.
It's disgusting.
What?
Okay, now you can add Malibu. Now it doesn't matter. Now nothing matters.
This is a session where I could get drunk if I wanted to. You guys know, like this is a fun session. All right.
The second bowl.
Yeah.
Yes.
So your vein It's flying off from the southern direction.
Yeah.
And you pull out all 4 of the arrows that you got, and 3 of them do look like standard arrows. All of them pretty old. You can tell that they're definitely not made recently. They've seen years.
Do they still look sturdy? Like they'll shoot okay?
Roll a insight into it, I'd say, if you're trying to gather that.
Let's see. I saw the number before I hit my dice tray, don't worry. Let's see. That would be an 18.
18. Okay.
Yes.
1 second. So, oh, sorry, I blanked for a second. Oh my god, even I have these. What was your question again?
Do they look like they're sturdy? Like they'll actually fire well?
Sturdy? Yes, I would definitely say, looking at them, they definitely are old, but there's something that I'd say, can tell you'd still fire them and they won't break.
Cool. Is there anything like old on it? Like, are there any like ancient markings? Anything kind of cool, or does it just look like the wood is old?
There do seem to be on all 3 of the regular looking ones, some exotic looking red feathers tied to the end of them.
Ooh. Okay. Could I do like a nature check to see if I can see what kind of bird it might have come from?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. That's a 15.
15. So, looking at them, in your vast knowledge, being a ranger and associated with druids for all of your life, this isn't something you recognize.
Cool. That's awesome.
And lastly, 1 second. For some reason, the item is not coming up when I try to pull it. Just for
You deserve it, that's why.
Callum's amazing description.
Yes.
There we go. It's only appearing on. Okay, I gotta figure that out. It's appearing on characters I search by my campaign rules, but my creations, they're not showing up, so I gotta figure that out. It's probably. Oh yeah, it's because Callum created it. Duh. Yeah. So the 4th one you can see is like a bone-like white metal that seems to be like almost looking like a withered. Is that bow, Callum?
Yeah.
Cool. I was looking at it, I was like, how to pronounce it. I know what it is, but I was like, said that in so long. How do I pronounce the word? Okay. So a weathered bow. You can actually even see feathers that look very similar to those red ones that you had tied to the end of it, except dead. There's no color in them. It is just the remains of them. And upon investigation of it, looking over the arrow, much like you looked over the others, you notice that the arrow has written in common on it the word decay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Oh, is those what is that what they found up in the crow's nest?
All right.
Yes.
Can I add
hell
this?
Yeah! I just made these. They're so good.
Can I add this into my inventory?
Yes, you don't know what it is yet.
I don't know what it is yet. Okay.
However, it's called a decay arrow.
Decay arrow. I won't read it.
And they got 2 of them?
1.
No, I got 1.
There's 1 and then 3 regular yet
Normal
old arrows that seem to have red feathers tied to the end.
I thought there were 5 arrows total.
4.
I was distracted by a puppy. It's my fault.
That's fair. Naka's going to put that kind of in the same spot that they put their boom arrow, just right next to it, so that I can, take a look at it later and try to figure out what it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Nak, you fly to the south and you're back into the mist. do you stay on the level, or do you try to fly up, or are you just following the hills, much like you did when you got into this the valley?
Yeah, I think I would use the mist as kind of a cover.
Okay.
And kind of go along with it in the hills and just kind of use Vane's exceptional sight to get us through there.
You and Vane roll perception checks.
Okay. All right, so for me, that's pretty good. Okay, so my perception check is 17.
Mm-hmm.
And then Vane is 22.
22. Okay.
Yeah.
So with those, Vane definitely, you can senses it sooner than you, but a few moments later you start seeing as the mist, it's almost like the mist in a slight area has expanded with some excessive heat that has landed in the area.
Yeah.
And as you're flying above it, you can see a rocky section of the hill, again, where something looks like maybe a long time ago had been thrown a boulder here, and then the hill has started to grow around it in like this 20-foot area. Something has crashed into the center of it, splitting it, and then there's a deep crater in there, and you can see a star smoldering and turned into stardust.
Yeah, I would head down.
Okay.
With
you
Vane.
go over there and you start collecting the stardust.
Yeah. I'll have Vane kind of keep a lookout and let me know if anything's coming up.
With that perception check, keeping a keen eye around in the area. Doc, everybody else thought of it, but I don't know if you would have. Would you just get the stardust, or would you leave the rocky material, or would you get that as well?
I guess in this kind of moment where I'm not in battle, I think I had a question actually about the rocky material. Does it look anything like the expended chaos crystals?
So looking at it, I'd say roll an art. It can be an investigation or an arcana check as you're kind of looking over its material.
Okay, I'll do arcana. For some reason, I have a good number in there. I don't know how that happened. It must be the druid.
Checks too, so
it must be the druid stuff. That is a natural 20.
Hell yeah!
Hey!
That's a total of 25.
So looking over at it with that 25, Knock, you can definitively know this is definitely a different material than the chaos fragments. I know you're thinking, is this what these are made of or anything? But no, looking over and inspecting it, it's a different feel of the material. It looks different as that kind of inner heat cools. It just turns to a coal blackish kind of color. So it's a little bit different. That reminds you of the expended chaos fragment.
Yeah, that's what my thought was.
But the material is completely separate.
Can I, with that high roll, determine if there's anything that these could be used for? Like, is there any other applications that they could be used for?
You've never seen it be used, but you've definitely heard from your friend whose name I am forgetting, the craftsman over in the Blessed Sea tribe. What was it?
Delton.
Delton.
I remember because it made me laugh the first time that Andrew said Delton.
Now you said, was it Deltier? I thought it was Deltier.
It might have been Deltier, maybe.
N or Tier, either an N or an R. One of the two. It's in my book somewhere. You definitely can know from your time with them working with stuff that they have mentioned very rarely. They've always wanted to get their hands on it, but moon rocks or space rocks that are very rare, it could be used as material to form certain weapons with benefits.
I want a space sword!
A space sword!
Okay, Knock is
what
gonna
canonically
make sure
watched Avatar. He wants a space sword.
Knock is gonna make sure that I collect all of the rocks from there then, and Oh.
So his is a space
Yeah.
sword. I got a meteorite sword when I played this barbarian.
Yeah. So Nock's gonna definitely make sure that I collect all of this material and definitely put some away as
Mhm.
kind of like to send to him later when I get when I see Guard next. I will send it over.
Okay. All right. So what do you do next after you finish collecting everything?
After I collect all that, is there anything else interesting in the area? You said that it looked like something had crashed here a long time ago.
Yeah. You can definitely see. So you've seen a couple of them as you've traveled through the grasslands to the point where now it's almost piqued your curiosity looking at them. Like these
Yeah.
definitely weren't naturally grown here. It looks like it had impacted long time ago, and the moss in the grass has started to grow around it, making it part of the landscape. But this rock form didn't grow out of the ground. It definitely
Can I
landed.
kind of like brush some of the overgrowth off and see what it looks like underneath?
It looks so. This is an investigation check. Looking
Okay.
over that, roll that to see what you determine.
Investigation.
I
Not
love
my
that you get to
strong
see like the meat and bones of D&D
Ooh,
now.
that's
outside of
a
combat.
that's a 19. I rolled pretty good.
Hey, okay. So you can definitely tell by this material. You haven't been there often, but from the few peaks of it that you have seen within your hunts, this rock looks like the same material from the mountain of the Blood Ashen Peaks.
Holy shit. Can I try to chip some to take with me?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
However
I'd like to
however much you want, that's up
I
to
think
you.
I'd like a good chunk. Especially if there's any markings anywhere on this, I would definitely want to get something that had like
But you rolled a 19, right?
yeah.
You definitely, with that roll, I'd say if you spent time looking over it, like I'd say it'd have to be at least like a 3-minute period looking over
Okay.
the whole surface of the rock.
Yeah.
You can find on one of the edges there seems to be some sort of dwarven language. You can tell it's dwarven because you've read it. I don't think you can speak dwarven, right?
I can't speak dwarven, but I speak goblin, which is like a distorted
Yeah.
dwarven language. Yeah.
Maybe with enough study and research
Yeah.
and maybe a reference book, you might be able to cross-reference it to figure out what it is. But you can definitely tell it is dwarven.
Yeah, I would take that chunk
Okay.
to take home.
All right. And where do you go off after? Do you fly back to the ship or in a different
Why
direction?
don't you just say like something super dirty in Dwarven? Like it's like just an old dirty joke. Some teenagers graffiti.
I guess I would fly.
So technically, yes, in D&D, there's this there is a weight limit, and if you play with encumbrance, if you beat that, then you have some detriments. I don't like to play with encumbrance because I like.
Legend of Zelda rules.
Thank you, Conlon. Legend of
You
Zelda
gave me about
rules.
2 seconds.
Some
I'm just
reason
decided to
you
interrupt
can't
Brian. It
all
was
this
easier
stuff
that way.
within reason, because there still needs to be needs for bag of holdings and stuff like that. But
Also,
like,
how are
the
you
bracket-
holding it, you know? Like, Bracket, the thing we didn't describe about him is there's gear tied to every part of his pack. Like,
as long as you can find some way to affix it to yourself, you can carry it, even if you look ridiculous. But like, obviously, when Nock gets back to like the cart or something, Nock might put it
Yeah,
in there.
that's
or
where I'm
something
gonna
like
put it for sure.
No, and exactly, and like it makes sense.
Encumbrance adds a whole thing that I don't want to think about that because that takes away from the fun of D&D.
How much stardust did I get from this star?
Now I'm
So
being
this
seen.
this one was one of the smaller stars. The only one that was big enough for a full pouch was the crow's nest. All the other ones seem to be half pouch sizes.
Half pouch. Okay, so I will
Does that
take
go
that,
for
and
the
then I
ones that
think
I
I would
picked up
go.
as well?
So you have a full pouch from the 2 that you collected, Callum.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep.
I think I'll go to the west. To the western point that I saw.
Cool. Okay. All right. So you fly off in that direction,
Yeah.
Illyria. So you're on a skeletal horse with the parts of your attire just flowing in the back, your hair just whipping in the wind as you go through this mist, leaving the valley. Much like you have a couple of times at this point, passing through the fog, and you're going to the eastern one. All right, so as you're running through the mist, it's a little obscured, but you are pretty keen with your perception and everything. Roll a perception to check again as you're keeping an eye out for the stardust.
14.
14?
Mhm.
Okay. Going through everything, you are able to get to a section where, like, you can sense it at first. You feel the heat. You can't see it, but you know somewhere nearby there definitely would be one. And you're able to think after a few moments of kind of just feeling out the area, feeling like even stepping off your horse to just kind of feel the ground and feel the nature around you, connecting to the area. You're able to feel it off to the side. And you're able to hop back on the horse and move over. And you are able to find it as the mist starts to subside a little bit, as it's at the peak of the hill, where you can look over to the end. You haven't gone in this direction before because it's away where from the areas where you had traveled in your time while being here. So this is your first time being up on this hill.
Interesting.
In the distance, now roll one more perception check as you look out in the area.
Cool. 24.
Hey! So, all right, you are able to find the area where you can see the Starfall already smoldered. There's not even red in the rocks anymore. It's still a little bit warm, and it's keeping the area warm, but it's cooled enough you don't even see the red flares or anything anymore. As you get here and the mist is cleared as you're at the top of the hill, you do see beyond at the bottom of the hill in the distance, not anywhere close. If you had to guess with that perception check, it might be 600, 700, 800 feet away down the hill in the far distance. There seems to be some sort of stronghold, as you do see a circular wall that surrounds this entire valley. And with that perception check and kind of look inside, you can get an angle at past the wall, and you can see there seems to be some sort of settlement on the inside from there, from what you can tell. There are several towers all the way around this circular wall structure that you can see flames in each of them, and there do seem to be little tiny ant bodies that you can see mining the wall, walking the walls and things like that. You see that as you start collecting the stardust.
Okay. So I'm already collecting the stardust. So is that my action or?
Yeah, I mean, it's outside combat, so you can be kind of doing that and looking around in your area and stuff like that as you're doing it.
Okay. Question, do I have my cloak with me?
That is up to you. Are you wearing it regularly, or do you keep it inside the quarters when you're just...
Can I fit it in my bag of holding?
Yeah, if you decided to keep it inside your bag of holding. You were kind of just casually hanging out at the ship with nothing going on, so I didn't know if you would be wearing your cloak. That is up to you.
She's been using it kind of regularly for
So it's up to
going
you.
out on...
If you either wanted to wear it or keep it in your bag of holding, you can either have it on or you could pull it out and have it with you.
So her priority is the stardust, so she's definitely going to want to gather that up first. And at this point, I'm at
You've
another...
exceeded your quota.
Yes, because I've exceeded it by 0.4, correct? Or 0.5.
So you had 3 3/4 by the end of the one you got in the crow's nest. this is about a half pouch. Yes, so you would have 4 1/4 pouches of stardust.
Okay, so once she's gathered all of that, she's not overly concerned about gathering more. She's met her quota. I think that she would go into her bag of holding. Well, first, I think that she would lean down when she's touching the stardust. She's kind of muttering to herself, and she says, oh, it's barely warm. I miss warmth. I kind of wished it would burn me. And she's just kind of talking to herself. And then she reaches into her pouch and she pulls out the cloak and she puts it on for the purpose of blending in. And she wants to approach the strongholds, but stealthily with her cloak.
Okay.
Because she's wearing, what is it called? She's wearing
cloak of elven kind.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
Fancy.
just your
Okay.
knowledge of the area from the time you've been here, you've learned a little bit of this area, and you are in the Xystalian Kingdom. However, this area, even though it's under the Xystalian Kingdom, there do appear to be these groups called the Gandits of the Grasslands. That's what they call themselves, that seem to be occupying these hills. You've seen scattered amounts of them, towers that they build to look over the hills. In some taverns you've been to in the surrounding areas, you've seen them at times. So you do know of the Gandits of the Grasslands, but you've never seen.
Do I know
like
what their purpose is, or have I dealt with any of them?
From what you've been able to glean from your knowledge with everybody, I'd say roll an investigation check to see what you've gleaned.
Which would fall under what, wisdom or?
It is an intelligence-based one, so it's not one of your best stats. But hey, we've had an Arcana check roll at a 19 or something today, and brackets
Honestly,
roll.
you should just help us go and kill that peg leg fuck.
I think it's because I took a level in Druid. I get extra points in Arcana.
Hey, take it.
Yeah.
Oh, I just flipped it.
Yep, it was a 9.
Yeah. Plus
1.
10.
So it's a 10.
My
So
nature's
what
worse.
you've gleaned of them is really just the surface level of things. That the Gandits of Glandria want their freedom from the Xystalian Kingdom. They want to separate as their own entity. They do have someone who is only known as the Gandit King, and he is the one who is obviously in charge of all the operations. They really haven't expanded outside of the hills, but they do kind of almost, I'd say, kind of terrorize the roads as they do loot and things like that to try to get things for their cause.
Clarify, who does that?
The Gandits.
Okay.
Which are just bandits of the grasslands, basically.
She's approaching out of genuine curiosity, but she has bigger problems. She doesn't necessarily know enough about them if I only rolled a 10 collectively to be concerned or want to get involved in any way, but she does want to get a little closer to see what's going on over there.
And I believe too, give me 1 second. I just want to see. You cast this last time to make the whirlpool, right? I believe.
Yes.
Yes, and this is not a concentration spell from what I can tell. Yep. So you actually still have Pass Without a Trace on because you cast that in the middle of combat and you haven't dropped concentration on it, and it does last for 1 hour. So you can roll a stealth check, which you get advantage on, and you add a 10
Do I
on top
need
of
that? Do I need that with my cloak of elven kind though?
You
basically,
don't need it, but it adds a +10 to your roll. So
it's a contest. So no matter what, they can always potentially get a better check than you.
You don't want to drop it. It'd be good to keep it because it's going to make you roll a better stealth roll.
Okay, but what if I want to cast a spell later that's more important?
So you can, but then you'll just drop concentration on Pass Without a Trace and you'll lose that stealth benefit.
And it's like you can just drop it without any action spent. Like you just stop
you
concentrating.
can only have one spell that requires concentration up at a time because you're concentrating on it. If a spell doesn't require concentration, you can still cast
But
it.
I'm still taking up a spell slot regardless, correct?
Well, you've already used it, and its effect is just in action. For an hour.
So I'm just applying something that I've already used.
It lasts for an hour. So you're definitely still within the hour. So you can roll, you have advantage on stealth checks. So roll that and then add your stealth modifier plus 10 on top of that to the higher roll.
So roll, add this, and then 10.
Yes, and you get to roll twice because you have advantage and you get the higher roll. That's a pretty good first roll. Yeah, I'll take the first roll.
These dice don't like me. It's these dice that like
So
me.
what is the total?
29.
29. Good job.
Nice.
Rogue?
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, you're a rogue. So yeah, you are able to casually approach up to the wall. You pull up the hood of the Cloak of Elvenkind, and your body almost seems to blend in with just the terrain of the grass. As you move in between, it almost looks like your image is just the grass moving back and forth. How close do you approach the wall?
Well, she can float, so I don't think she needs to get like overly close. I think it would be nice if maybe once she gets within like a couple of yards, she just kind of floats up so that she can get some view over the wall.
Okay, how high do you go up? The wall, as you are getting closer, does appear to be about 60 feet tall before
Yeah,
it
and
gets to the
isn't
level
that
where you're on it.
exactly my limit of height?
You hover, so you can go as high as you want. You just have
then she's gonna
30
go,
feet per turn.
She's gonna go above that so that she can see above the wall.
How high?
So I can use 40 feet per turn.
Yes, and you're out of combat, so you can use whatever you want.
So I can use 40 feet, or I can use whatever I want.
40 feet, 40 feet, 40 feet. You
Oh,
keep
okay.
on going.
Yeah, okay. Just
Yeah,
go
you can
like
keep
50.
going. You can stack that bitch.
You're not limited by one turn of combat when you're outside.
Okay, so she goes like 60 feet so that she can be like slightly over everything. I'm going to use a cat mentality and I want to be like a little above what's going on.
All right, so 60 feet is the level of the wall. So you'd get up to where everybody is at.
You just said 50.
No, 60.
Okay, well then I go 70.
10
feet above.
Do you go near where one of the towers are, or do you go 70 feet up in the space in between two of the towers? There's more space than
Between. She does not need to be next to the towers.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you float up, the cloak kind of almost blends you in with the surrounding area as you float through the air. You're almost just this almost just ripple of air that can go through, and nobody would notice anything as you fly through the air. Get 70 feet over the wall. You can see patrols down the path either way, nowhere near you, just holding torches, just looking around, some peering over the wall. And looking inside, you can see this valley. It does appear to be, honestly, if you had to gauge by looking, roll a perception check real quick just to see how massive this space seems to be.
15 plus 7.
22. This is definitely a large encampment. Between like one side of the wall and the other one, it's even hard to gauge the exact amount of feetage between everything.
Footage.
Footage, you know. But I definitely say it's over 1,000 feet when you go diameter, about 500-foot radius around at least from there. So it's a large valley and a large encampment. You can see varying sizes of buildings that differ from structures made out of stone and wood going 2 to at most 4 stories high. You can see several sections that just seem to be encampments of tents and other sort of like teepees set up for stuff. You can see people walking through makeshift roads that have been like not car roads and stuff, but enough for like carts and people and traffic to move through. And this late in night, you don't see too many people walking more than just patrols, soldiers in uniforms holding torches and weaponry walking through with a little bit mixed. it's some sort of city made for the Gandits. You can definitely glean.
Cool. We
Okay.
need that eventually. We need to throw some grenades down there.
The only one who just looks at it and be like, "This really means nothing to me."
Yeah, this is just for the
Like,
rest of the
okay.
cast.
Bye.
So, what kind of? Do I know what kind of people the Gandits are? Like, are they rogues? Are they like?
They're bandits. So from what you've
So they
gleaned,
steal
think
things.
they think they have a good cause. They see the Zestalian kingdom almost as oppressors and they want to be separated from them. They want to be their own individual entity. And they don't have the best sense of morality when it comes to that.
Okay, so my question is, can I tell what type of buildings I'm looking at? Like, is there a building for housing weapons? Is there a building for housing possible, like, magic-based scrolls and products?
So looking out with this giant and expansive space, you wouldn't be able to tell obviously what is in buildings, but you can probably glean the ones that seem to be taller and almost made out of the stone material. That seems more sturdy. That seems more like, hey, something you'd want to protect.
Okay.
That stuff comes more on the opposite side of the wall where you're currently at. The side where you're at facing the western section seems to be more almost city, almost residential, almost like markets and stuff like this in that area. And the further section of the city seems to have more of the taller ones. The center and more towards the eastern area. So that might be more militarized over there.
Okay, but I don't know what they're here for.
Nope.
Specifically.
All you know is that they are an entity that want their independence.
Are any of the markets open?
Looking at them, you can definitely see torches in the streets for there, like the normal lighting, but there doesn't seem to be activity going through the markets.
Okay.
Wow, I really expected if Yamakowski got here to try to dive into the city. I didn't expect this one over here, but hey, D&D.
I know. Like I was afraid someone else without the open rune was gonna try to do it.
I am now scared for Yamakowski and Illyria together.
I am not. I am so very ready for it.
Can she just kind of cut to the chase and hold on, let me see. Do I want to do that? Yeah, why not? How far away are the more sturdy looking buildings from me?
Halfway across the city, really, so it would be about 500 feet. So it'd take a little bit of time to get there floating across.
Jesus.
And it would probably require a new stealth check as you're in a new environment, but you still do have pass without a trace.
Okay.
Hey, Sam.
Ooh, I got a great idea. Okay, so
I love that reaction.
I'm very curious what brackets Hey Sam was.
Yes.
It's just, I love the irony of, I know at one point we were gently critiqued of splitting the party too far. It was from Sam, and I'm like, I'm sitting here like, she did it too. She gets it now. It's so fun.
This direction. Why did you put fun things in front of me?
You
literally exactly what I say every single time.
Brian is okay. You know what? We just have to give Brian credit where Brian's credit is truly due. He just is a great writer who's great at writing stories we all want to fucking listen to. That's the reality of this shit.
That's what it is. It's like, damn, Brian, stop being so good at your job.
So I have a question. If I use Animal Messenger, and let's say I used bats in the area because it's nighttime, bats usually travel in like large hordes. Can I only control one bat, or can I control at least two?
So with that perception check, I'd say you'd be able to look around the area to see what type of animals are there. There are bats in the grasslands, not too many because there's not many caves. There are some caves that they do see localized, so there are some.
What animals that fly would be out at night other than bats, though?
Also,
Honestly,
bats don't necessarily need caves, Brian. Bats in our area
They
don't live in
also
caves.
live in
They live in
trees.
trees.
but there's really very rarely any trees in the grasslands from here. It's more just fields of grass and rocks and caves.
Yeah,
and
but
stuff
aren't
like
we?
that.
Aren't they coming from the forest? The original direction they came from.
We are in the middle of the grasslands, so we are hours away from the Shade Shower Forest.
Okay.
I'd say you can definitely find bats, but they're definitely not in your immediate area. You would have to probably look around the city to first see them. It'd probably take a couple of minutes to really find some, and you'd have to like
Can I wake up some birds?
some birds. Yeah, if you want to look around and see if you can find some.
Okay, so she's gonna look around and see if she sees any birds or bats that she can work with.
Instead
I'm
of an
excited for when Sam gets to the
check,
bottom of this bottle of wine, and this gets even wilder.
I'd say roll a nature check as you're trying to find
I
habitats of
know.
where birds.
We're getting closer.
What's a nature check for longer?
And I had a wave of being so stoned I was confused I was wearing headphones.
Oh,
I'm like, it's really weird the sound is staying with my head, and I was like, oh no, I'm just fucked up.
So, from where you're at, peering over the wall, looking over, you definitely can tell. All right, some birds will probably make some nests somewhere along this wall. So you just kind of like look around the edge of it, and you can find little cracks and crevices where birds, some like common birds and things like that, have made their homes.
okay. So I'm gonna find some friends in there, and I'm gonna send one in Nox's direction, and I'm going to send one in the direction of one of the towers I wanted to check out because it's a little far from me.
Let me check real quick if you can do 2 at once.
That's what I was asking you originally.
I just want to say.
That's why I said bats, because they come in groups. It's kind of like a pack mentality.
Yeah, it's choosing a animal, but messenger is not a concentration spell, so you can technically cast it multiple times. You have 2 second-level spells left.
I will use it twice.
So if you use both of them, so cast, you're out of second-level spells now.
Okay, so the first bird, I'm going to tell, because Nock gave me a heads up, I'm going to tell Nock, this doesn't concern me, but just so you know, there is some kind of intense strongholds to the east of where we were. There seems to be like an entire settlement here. So I'm basically just passing along the message. If it's useful
means
to
nothing to me.
means nothing to me. If it means something to you, I'm trying to extend an olive branch. Here is some information. This doesn't mean anything to me, but if it helps you guys, there seems to be something intense going on over here.
Up to 25
We'll have to send
words.
Oliver into town, because he won't get immediately robbed like we will. They know who we are.
25 words to send to Nock.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I told you. I don't think that was.
There are orders to kill us on
very
sight.
basic. Very basic. Just I went to the east to retrieve stardust. I found what appears to be a large stronghold of some kind and a settlement.
You have 5 words left.
If it concerns you.
Hey, you have 1 extra word. Do you want to use it?
No.
Cool.
So that's what she sends that way. Then she sends the other bird not to speak to someone, but with a task to go check out the nearest of the tall towers near me and report back to me on what you find.
Okay. And it flies off in that direction. Where do you go? Do you head back now, or do you hang around the area? It will find you if you do head back to the ship.
Well, you said there's no one in the markets. And I haven't had fresh fruit in a while, so I'm gonna go see if there's some yummy fruit over there and anything I can put in my little pack.
Oh my god.
All right.
This is even one of those sets of sessions where we're gonna have an A, B, C, and D next session.
Middle of the night.
Last thing before we move back over, roll a stealth check, which you have your plus 13 to currently with advantage. 20!
Yes! Fruit.
So you are just a phantom in the freaking night, Illyria, right now. First nat 20 of her experience playing D&D, and then I need you to roll a sleight of hand check as you are going through and stealing things from markets. It's not going to be a high DC because people are asleep, so you can get advantage with it.
You're essentially invisible.
You get advantage. You get to roll one more time because everybody is basically asleep.
10 plus 3. 13.
Okay, all right. I'll get back to all of that as we finally get back to other people over here. Great section, though. That was fucking amazing.
At least I tied them into it if they want to come.
That'll be a little bit of time before that. So Brackett and Oliver, you guys get back down to the level of the ship, and by this time, Brackett, you can kind of hear because he's got to be stealthy. Yamakasi is running back over towards the ship, and you can see a zombie ogre in tow behind him. So Oliver, Brackett, and Yamakasi, you're in scene.
Does he look angry, that ogre?
Just roll an insight check.
Okay.
Yeah, can I roll an insight check as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sure can.
D&D combat. So fun.
That's a dirty 20.
That is a 17.
So both of you can definitely tell, confusedly, because you're not sure why everything was pretty angry before, but it doesn't seem hostile. It seems almost just like it's like curious. It's just like tagging along after Yamakasi.
Oh, I'm going to collect the Yankee candle that's on the... I'm going to
smash
carefully remove the glass off the wax brick that was the lemon candle. And be like, oh boy, this is lemon. This is a lot.
What was that?
Like if I talk to them or yell to them?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
You can see both Oliver and Brackett on the deck of the ship as you're approaching.
Okay. I'm probably going to just shout for Wet Hands, but like be gesturing so that Brackett can like help me get him. I don't want to go into the ship. I want to keep the ogre away from my body and then keep moving towards, like I want to circle the ship and then go back towards the north.
So as you're running south and before you start circling, as you call out for Wet Hands, you see this side of the northern side of the ship is cracked in that section and water is kind of pooling into it. And Wet Hands kind of comes out and be like, matey, I don't know how to get rid of these three. They just keep following me.
Three what?
There's a skeleton, a zombie, and a specter that just seem lost and they're following behind Wet Hands, much like the ogre zombie is following you.
Bring them. I mean, worst case scenario, we'll fight them later. But like, they're not hostile, and they could be friends. Who knows? I don't fucking know anymore. The other one's a friend, the pirate lady. We'll bring them back to her eventually. They could be useful.
So where are you running now?
You just run in circles.
Basically I'm just keeping the ogre off of me while I'm getting Oliver, Brackett, Wet Hands, and anybody else who's going to follow us to head towards the northern Starfall.
Okay, so Brackett and Oliver, you see Yamakasi run down with an ogre zombie following him, and Wet Hands kind of just like not merges with Yamakasi, but gets beside him, and they start running around the ship, and they have an ogre zombie, a skeleton, and a specter just following in tow behind them as they're just training around the ship. Do you say anything to Oliver on the ship?
No, guys, he gestured. He's like, we're on.
Yeah, I guess we should go with him.
I assume that as he's jogging around, he's pointing the direction we're going.
Yep. So you guys both climb off the ship?
I am going to go off
ask Wet Hands
the south side of the ship to go get my horse.
Have...
Okay, good.
I'm going to go grab her mail. Or, also, I have to go collect, so as I go around, I grab my sword also that I threw.
Ship at all?
Say that again, Callum?
Did Wet Hands get a chance to look in the ship at all? I know he didn't really like...
Yeah, are you asking him what he saw in there?
Yeah.
So I popped in a room that seemed to have like some treasures and papers and stuff thrown through, and then I came through and found that ghost pirate lady, and she had these three with her as well, giving her some of the stardust. Inside it really looked like a normal ship, maybe. Like there's hammocks and other barrels and other supplies just scattered all over. It looked pretty old.
We'll be back. We have to come back here anyways to meet up with Nock and the others. So
Ghost running
I think,
beside you.
Yeah, exactly. I think for now you should either run relay between me and Nock. I think Nock went east.
Nock went
I think
south.
that's where I saw. Oh shit! Well, I didn't. Did I see which way they went? Could I accurately relay that to Wayhands?
No.
Yeah.
No, he was on the other side of the boat. He had no.
Oh, right.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
it be funnier
Honestly,
if they thought that they were going east to go to Nock and they ended up with me?
You know what? That's funny. I sent my hands that way. That's hilarious.
So Yamakasi, you teleported through the ship and just kept running straight. So you technically, last you saw, Nock was going up to the crow's nest with Oliver. You didn't see where Nock went afterwards.
Okay, well, I'm not going to relay that part then. But like, basically, I know Nock isn't with me because I didn't see Nock with them. When they get to me, I will ask what needs to be done. For now, Wayhands should fuse with me, I think. So,
All right, I need the break. And just gets in your body and you start dripping water again.
Did he get any stardust while he was in there?
Nope, all the stardust was claimed.
Okay, well, so then I have 3 bags full so far.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I like that.
All right, so you just kind of train around the ship once, and then Bracket, you went off the south to get to Hamel. Oliver, what are you doing? You see Yamakasi directed towards the north, and then Bracket hopped off the south end of the ship to go get Hamel.
I am just gonna start making my way towards Yamakasi, going north.
Okay. All right, you hop off the ship, getting into an area where you don't have to drop directly into the river and taking your time. You don't need to roll an athletics check to get down safely. By the time you get down on the ground, you can see Yamakasi circling around the ship, and you're there on the same side of the river as Yamakasi. Do you kind of just join in and start running with Yamakasi?
I do.
Okay. And Bracket, you get on
Hey,
Hamel.
good to see you again, buddy.
Hey, friend.
I don't suppose you can make that thing for me to sit on again.
Oh, the disc.
If you want me, I could.
Is it an action or is it a ritual? I thought it was a ritual, or is it an action?
I think it's just an action, and I can do it at will because of my armor.
You could technically do that if you wanted to. If Oliver wanted to hop on that.
Yeah, he just
I have that idea though, so it's up to whether Oliver would have asked for it. So, do you just keep running,
Yeah.
Oliver?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, no, I was thinking about that for a second. Can you make that floating disc thing again?
Fuck yeah. Hop on, buddy. I'm
Yeah,
going to take a couple of seconds to make it.
As he's running, he pauses for a second to cast a spell. Disc appears. It gives the few moments for all the undead to kind of almost catch up with you, and then you get in the disc and Yamakasi starts running again. And as they catch up to the disc, woo, the disc starts getting bold again, and then you see
I'm going to do like a cartoon snake maneuver, and I'm going to get in front of the disc before the undead. I'm going to like ask them why they're chasing us.
Can you speak to the
Right,
undead?
I mean, I can speak common. I know that they can't speak, but they might be able to like communicate rudimentary things. They have like arms and stuff. My hands might be able to talk to them. I can't like speak with dead. I don't have that spell.
Yeah. I mean, if you shout out to them like, "Hey, why are you following us?" or something like that, they're just kind of just coming after you and just like there's not really a response other than like groans and grunts and stuff like that.
Okay. I guess I have to keep running. I'm a little afraid to let them catch me and then suddenly be dogpiled by them.
Yeah, because they actually are aggro.
Bracket.
Right, they're not aggro, but they're just trying to get the stardust that they know I have.
Bracket. Anything you do or say when you hop on Hamel?
Do I know what?
No, they
Or
don't have
them.
any. They don't have any direction right now.
Yeah, because I haven't told them to do anything. So why are? So they must have some other.
So you guys don't know what happened when Wet Hands was left inside the ship with them.
True.
Yamakasi knows what he did. He tried to communicate with the ogre, and the ogre got curious about him. But you guys don't know about what Wet Hands did.
He got chatty, and they decided that they're now besties with him.
Can I ask him what he did that made them do this?
Mm-hmm. As you start running away, and the disc starts following after you, and it's like the guy just surrounded me and just was looking at me, and I was just trying to make conversation, matey, and then they just started getting closer, and I ran, and they followed, and they didn't stop.
Huh. Maybe they think you're their leader because you're intelligent.
They're just
Tell them to-
friendly. They're just
Tell them to chill out.
They just want to be buds.
He sticks his head out from your body. Stop following us!
Oh.
And they just keep on. And they get a little bit more almost aggressive as they kind of just towards you.
You offended them.
I don't think that worked.
Jinx.
Bracket, anything you say or do with Hamel, or you just get on Hamel and
I get
start
him out, and I'm gonna, begin directing him. I'm gonna grab. Did I grab my last session? I don't remember. Did I grab the sword I threw? I don't know if I said that or not.
You didn't.
I don't know if we had the
you wanted to
after it. Yeah, so I would say it's left in where the collapsed skull crashed into the ground.
Yeah. I'm going to walk that way with Hamel, grab my sword, and
I like that as you're running. Roll a sleight of hand check as you're trying to grab it while riding a horse out of the skull's body.
very sick. Okay, that is a 16.
16. You pull it out of the mouth. You can see some of the teeth just crack and fall apart, and then just back into the inventory.
Hey, when you get over to me, can I get on Hamel's back?
Oh, you want me to MML?
Yeah.
You feel like he's faster than I am.
I'm gonna pick him up and on.
Roll another sleight of hand check. Actually, athletics check as you're grabbing and trying to lift up onto your horse.
Easy, 19.
Nice.
Pulls up
I'm
and
light as a bird.
Oliver, as Yamakasi starts instantly moving at double speed, you suddenly just feel moving faster. All right, so you guys are headed in the northern direction now. Following.
Can I use my? Okay, so quick question. It came from space. Did it give off aberration energy? Can I try to use divine sense to sense the starfalls versus the undead that are following us?
Yeah, you cast divine sense, and you sense everything in the area. You don't feel any aberration energy from any of the rocks that you got from there. You do obviously detect the undead presence behind you and within you, but no aberration energy coming off of the rocks.
Okay. I'll use my charge of that, but I mean, I guess we're just going north. I don't really know how I'm going to try to pinpoint exactly where it fell, but I mean, there's probably smoke and fire, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
You're heading off in that direction. Knock. You headed towards the western area, right?
Yes, I did.
All right.
Oh, wait, can I do one more thing before we switch over?
Sure.
Can I switch the command word that I say for my sword so that while I'm holding it, it's lit up?
Absolutely. And now you and Bracket both have glowing swords lighting the way.
Yeah.
They glow certain colors, or is it just a glow?
Brackets is divine energy, so it's white from there. Yamakasi, I don't remember. Did we say a color?
It's a mote of like orange light, but it's like a torch, but a tiny one.
So
Cool.
almost like an orange glow, like a flame, and then divine white energy on another one glowing
Okay,
off of this
cool.
horse.
The visual distinction is important. Carry on.
Yeah, we need somebody to animate all these moments for us one day.
Okay.
All right,
Brian could show you the picture I drew for the item that I'm using.
Ooh.
do it.
It's in the thumbnail.
I'll put it on Bluesky, and we'll get more content out there. All right, Knock, you fly over to the west with Vane.
Yes.
Both of you guys roll a perception check as you guys are looking for the
Alright.
next Starfall.
Okay. My roll isn't the best.
That's why you have a bird.
Exactly. Mine is a 13. Vane. Much better. She rolled 23. 23.
Okay. So as you guys are traveling through the mist, Knock, takes a little bit of time, but pretty quick, obviously, being on Vane as flies through the mist, feeling the moisture just batting against your face as you're traveling through it at decent speed. And you don't really detect anything as you're looking around. You're trying to feel that same heat energy, but it's not really giving off before Vane goes, whoo, whoo, and leads you over, starts going off in her own direction, trusting her instinct.
Absolutely.
She brings you to a point you've seen before. The last sign that you had seen when traveling on the Western Hill to get to this area that said, do not go further. Something horrifying has taken command of the ship. The sign itself had been hit by the Starfall, and it seems collapsed and dilapidated on there. The only part of the board you can see that has survived the impact that was shot to the side says something horrifying on there. And the rest of it is collapsed and burning with the Starfall in the middle.
Can I
Keep
grab
that
the
and use it
little
as a name
piece?
tag.
Can I grab the little piece that says something horrifying?
It's a broken board that just has something horrifying written on it.
Perfect.
Yes.
I take that and then I'll go.
That's so edgy. That's the exact
look
kind of
through this
edgy we like in this.
It's going up in the apartment complex.
Yep.
I'm considering, do I give it to Illyria? Do I hang it in the
I
car?
got a gift for you.
No, you
Something
hang it off the cart. It's going to be our new bumper
I
sticker.
I don't know how you're gonna take this, but something horrifying in reference to your presence.
And then, yeah, I want to collect the stardust, have Vane be my lookout, same kind of situation.
Okay. All right. And Knock, as you collects everything in the Stardust, you got it. Where do you go next?
Is it another half pouch?
Another half pouch.
So I have 1.5 pouches, just so that we're keeping track of what's going on, so everybody knows.
Fuck yeah. We need half a pouch, guys. We're doing awesome.
We're on our way.
We're going to save the fucking city.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do the
I
bouncing. That
think
hurts my
that
back.
Knox-
Ow. That was bad.
Instinct would be to go around towards the
Okay.
north.
But yeah, of course.
Just go from south, west, north, and then probably continue east.
Okay, so you're heading
I
up
would
to
go
the north area now.
Go to the north area now, yeah.
Okay.
And
Alright.
while
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
on Vane's back,
Mhm.
I want to take the flower, Nature's Touch,
Mhm.
and I'd like to affix it to my bow.
Okay.
Ooh, yes. I remember this.
Yeah, Callum gave me a really good idea.
Low DC because you have plenty of time, but roll a dexterity check as you're affixing it to your bow.
Yeah, and I'm using kind of like druid craft to make more vines come out of it.
Roll with advantage.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Advantage.
Hey, I love flair, guys.
With advantage,
A
that
monster.
is a dirty 20.
Easily within, honestly, I'd say probably a minute time crafting as Vane's just taking the wheel and you're just focusing on the back of Vane while keeping yourself as balanced as possible. you're able to get the vines to affix around everything with it. Because you had the flower. How did you have it affixed before?
I had it kind of on like a necklace that I had made out of some vines just quickly out of Druidcraft. It was like a little
so how would you affix it to the bow now? However you want, you are able to get it to look out how you want.
Yeah, so like right where the curve is, pretty much right where I would knock an arrow, it's just going to kind of hover right there. Right on the like right side. And there are vines that are going to wrap around the healer's bow, trying to make it a little bit more my own.
I'm just imagining now you firing the bow and the flame just.
That's exactly the idea. That's exactly the idea.
I actually did want to talk to you about that because I had pitched the idea
This is the idea that Callum pitched that I immediately loved.
So cool. It still would require you to cast a produce flame on it and everything. But yeah, no, that's freaking
right. But you use the bonus action, and then for 10 minutes while it's been produced, every arrow you fire from it gets lit on fire for however much extra damage.
So cool.
Oh, I didn't even think of that, lighting the edge of the bow. That's so cool instead of just the arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was why I wanted to like have it be mounted on the bow.
Yamakowski and Nock, please take an inspiration. That is so fucking cool.
Oh, hell yes.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
Inspiration is something a DM can grant any player for creativity or whatever they want, and it allows them to give advantage to anything they want. They basically have a free advantage that they can use. They can't stack inspiration. They can only have one in the hold at a time, but it's still cool to have. Just so you know, if you ever do something that's like super inspired and creative and it kind of blows me away, I'll be like, oh, hell yeah, fucking take an inspiration for that kind of thing.
Cool. It's like the highest form of flattery the DM can give to the player.
When you don't.
I mean, I take the group into account. I'm sure, honestly, if the rest of you guys think it's cool, I will think it's cool too. But if I get overruled, I get overruled.
You're just having a lame day, and like all of us are like, "Wow, that's really cool." I feel like
I don't think we've overruled an inspiration before, but like I think Brian said that's so cool, and that's been like, or it's just a normal thing, Brian, that we should have been doing anyways. And like he's like, okay, you guys are just being mean now, and then he doesn't give us an inspiration.
It's really just common. And it was like, okay, I thought it was fucking cool. Cool. All right, so you're floating towards the north.
Yeah.
So Illyria.
Wait, has Nock received my message at this point, or has the bird not reached them yet?
Because the bird's traveling and Nock's changing direction, and it's trying to intersect. It will eventually, but as of right now, not yet. So you're in the market.
Really important. Did I get my fruit?
Yes, absolutely. And with that nat 20, with your plus 13 as a 33 perception, you may not be invisible, but you might as well be with the Cloak of Elvenkind with Pass Without a Trace. You're traveling through the space, and the cloak with your magical energy around you is almost just transforming your image into the surroundings. You're basically walking down the street and around guards and bandits and stuff like that without being noticed, as long as you stay quiet. And there's several markets where they have their stands out with fruit and other things like that. You can definitely take your pick. There seems to be no real range of like what fruit they don't have. It seems like, honestly, you can tell this land seems to be pretty fertile. Can they hear
me? Like, does my stealth help me stay quiet? Or?
Absolutely. They'd only hear you if you spoke or you wanted them to hear you.
Okay. So if I'm making sound of any kind, they don't necessarily detect it loudly.
Yes, you have a high enough stealth check, especially with the Pass Without a Trace active on there, that any sound that you make that's minor is very muffled.
Okay. What kind of fruit do they have in this market? Like, what do I find over there?
This land is pretty fertile. I'd definitely say that you can find your range of like apples to pears, bananas and mangoes. Things like that are the most common with things like that. But if
anything exotic that I might be comfortable with?
You can find kiwis, avocados, and stuff
No,
like that.
I mean exotic. You know what I mean.
Like outside the normal range of fruits.
Like something I would have found when I was young.
So nothing in that range of what
Okay.
you would find here, but
That
exotic
was so
wise,
vague. Like I have so many
exotic wise,
questions now.
you can definitely find coconuts, which you haven't seen. Excuse me, burped. You.
Oh, Brian exploded.
I'm drinking a lot of alcohol and Mountain Dew. Okay, I also have to pee, which I haven't done because we haven't taken a break. But
Is Illyria from a volcanic island?
You'll find it out, person who thinks she's still a pirate.
Focus.
But coconuts, you haven't really ever seen them except when you have traded and been around the coastal area from where you're from.
Okay. Well, yeah, coastal feels comforting, so she might be interested in the coconut. Plus, she could get a little aggression out, smashing it open.
Drinking
So
coconut.
I think she's gonna use her talons to just kind of like stick it into the coconut and like kind of like rip like a big hunk off of the top, and then just start drinking it. She's just sitting like on the ground, cross-legged, with like a coconut, and she's just kind of like.
The craziest thing is with your magical pass without a trace and your cloak, and also the fact that it's like 11 o'clock at night and most people are asleep. There's not many people on the road. You are sitting next to the stand of coconuts, just sitting on a crate, drinking out of the coconut.
So
and you can the feel you kind of get from this is honestly very similar to like the market at home at night when things have closed down and people aren't around.
She's drinking this coconut, and this is the first moment where I feel like she's allowed herself to just do something for no reason because she's completed an objective other than the fact that she wanted to do it. And I feel like she just kind of starts laughing, and then she starts crying while she's laughing, and she's just kind of like going back and forth a little manically between like there's laughter but there's also crying. And after she does that, I think she kind of gets up. She's not making sound. She's got kind of like tears streaming down her face, but they're silent. And she gets up and she approaches one of the guards who can't see her, that she's just kind of passing by, and she's just kind of like observing what they're doing. So what are they doing?
As you walked by, as you were sitting there crying and laughing, I was actually going to say a few moments passed and you can see two guards next to each other, one tiefling and one elven, a female tiefling and a male elven gandit, wearing both their armor. They have their weaponry on them, their satchels and things. And the elven male kind of just thinks, God, these streets are so creepy at night, don't you think? I thought I just heard some crying and laughing. Do you hear that? And the tiefling was like, you're crazy, man. Things like it is quiet at night like this. There's never anything going on. Only when you go down to really like HQ. That's really only where like things can get crazy at this time of night. It's peaceful. That's why we took the shift up here. And you kind of at this point step up and you're kind of following behind them, hidden with your magic.
She wants to be like in front of them because she's trying to look at their facial features. She's taking advantage of the fact that they can't see her, and for once she can kind of just like appreciate another creature without them seeing her and having a reaction.
So you're kind of walking ahead of them but to the side and still observing everything. And yeah, they don't notice you, and they have a very kind of real casual conversation, just talking about like what they just had right there. They mention things about how they like having being stationed here within the city. Being outside in the grasslands sometimes feels very lonely, and you can be away for days with just whoever you've been assigned with at that point. and they like the time that they get to spend together with each other. They seem like you can't really gauge exactly if they're just friends or more, but they definitely have a more familiar relationship.
Okay. So she's been walking and following them. Is she going farther or closer to the tower that she sent the bird to?
So they're walking towards the wall that you actually came from.
So she's gotten distracted by them and she's gotten a little farther from where the bird was.
Yes, but you did send the bird off in that direction.
Okay. So I feel like she smiles at their conversation and then her features go super icy all of a sudden and she's like, enough. And she just kind of shuts down and she goes back off in the direction of where the bird was because she's hoping the bird is going to come back with some information.
Okay. So you do head back over in that direction, breaking off from them in a moment of... You took a moment to enjoy, but reality struck back at you, and you turned around and started heading back over in that direction. Couple minutes in, you do see the bird actually come back over to you. And what it can relay to you, again, this is, I think, beyond the realm of what Animal Messenger says, but I think this is a cool way to use it, which I do appreciate. That's actually pretty cool. Sending them to get a message and bring back to you.
I give them my 25 words.
Yes. And honestly, take a point of inspiration for that. I like that. So open up this real quick.
That?
Creative spell use. We love
Yeah.
it.
You typed in the wrong password and that's your password.
Shut up. So right here, heroic inspiration. You click there. That means you have it when it looks like that. So whenever you want to use advantage on something, if you really want to give your best chance of succeeding on something,
I can apply
use it. You click that off to get rid of it, and then you're good.
Okay.
So the animal comes back to you, and it was only gone for probably about 20 minutes or so at most at that point before it came back, and it definitely reported that the distance in the furthest western building on there, that seems to be the tallest in the area here, seems to be it would let you know in... Obviously can't speak to you, but you can communicate with animals because of your nature and everything that goes on. That this definitely seemed like it was some sort of barrack, weapons, mass amount of soldiers and stuff living in bunks. It did the last bit of the message it can give off to you out of those 25 words, though, is that it did gleam that the building does go under the surface. There are sub-levels.
I don't know if I want to go all the way in there. Okay. She has her stealthy situation for like an hour, right?
At this point, you've been using it for probably about, I'd say a good 30, maybe 35 minutes have passed by. You know the realm of your spells. You know you're more than halfway done with the time.
She's... Okay, so like Sam wants to explore. Illyria's not interested. So I don't think that she would go further because she knows that she's halfway done with this stealth. She wants to get out of this little like secret village stronghold situation without any problems because she doesn't want to have to face a combat situation because we all know how that goes with her. I think she would just want to leave at this point. She was hoping for something else that could help her situation, but if it's just weapons, I'm not really interested in weapons. So I've already told Knock to tell the rest of them, or at least I've sent a bird, so hopefully at some point they get the bird. I've already told them about the strongholds, just as like a, hey, if this is helpful to you, but she has no interest to fuck with this further. So I think she would start like making her way back.
Okay.
She got her fruit.
She got your coconut.
I got a fucking coconut.
All right. As you are exiting the city now, roll one more stealth check. And your pass without a trace is still active, so it's a plus 13, and you have advantage. That is 7. Okay, roll definitely again. See if you get something better.
It's not
Maybe
great.
the mushroom dice will help you out.
No,
this
I don't
time.
trust the mushroom.
It's in jail right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
10.
Ooh, okay, at least it's better than 7. So that's 13 on top of that, so 23. So that's definitely enough to stealthily escape out of the market, floating over the wall. And are you heading back to the ghost ship?
Does she have to float over the wall?
You can float through the wall. If you want
Yeah,
to.
she's done with. She doesn't need to see aerially. She just goes straight through the wall and out.
Cool, and then keeps on going. And your skeletal
Well, my
horse
horse
did
is-
stay up
is
in
waiting
the
for me,
area near the
correct?
stardust. You
Yeah.
fly over, get on the horse, and you start riding the horse back over towards the ghost ship.
Yep.
All right. Before it gets over to Brackett, Oliver, and Yamakowski getting to the final star, as Nock is kind of converging at the same time as everybody towards there, they'll get there a little bit before Nock. But at this time, Nock, as you finish getting everything affixed with your bow, you do see a little finch bird just fly over towards you and kind of land on the string of your bow and kind of collect on there and pass off the message that Illyria gave that I don't remember the exact words for, but it was basically
Rookie move.
letting you know. How much I have to remember to be a DM? I'm omnipotent, but I'm not.
Omniscient.
I'm so it basically gave the message I remember of, hey, finding the Gandit stronghold.
I didn't call it that. I basically just said there's some kind of immense stronghold over here that I basically found myself in. They seem to have an entire settlement here, if this concerns you. Yeah.
So that message gets along to you, Nock. Does animal message? I think it just passes the message. I don't think you can give anything back afterwards.
No, they can't respond.
It delivers your message to the creature that you describe, replicating the sound of your voice, so you hear it in the exact voice of Illyria. The message speaks only to creature match, and then afterwards, the beast makes its way back to where you cast the spell. So after you hear that, flies back over in the eastern direction.
I just say thank you to the bird as it goes.
All right, and Yamakowski and Brackett, to-do, as you guys are going through the mist. Both of you guys, please roll a perception check, and Oliver, you can too. You're lagging behind them, so they'll see things before you, but you can still roll a perception check.
Almost knocked over my water. That scared the shit
What
out
if
of me.
you're behind and he just notices something that they don't?
You never know. You never know.
Ooh.
Okay, I rolled a 21.
Ooh, I like
Summer.
that sound.
My heart
What
had to
did you
stop.
get?
I got a 39. I got a nat 20.
What the fuck,
Oh,
man?
no, I'm sorry,
Fucking not.
33.
What the fuck did you
33.
do to get
It wasn't 39.
39?
It wasn't
In
39.
my
it was
head, if
33.
someone rolls a 40, I give them the entire binder.
I think you just win D&D. You can just put on your character sheet, I won, and then end it right there.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a 39. I'm sorry. It was
What did you get in total?
We forgive you.
33.
Okay.
That's still.
Bracket, what'd you get?
Very
21.
good.
Oliver, what'd you get?
Oliver doesn't have eyes.
What'd you get? Oliver, I can't hear you.
18.
18? Okay. Good! But not
Within the
very
realm
good.
of normal mortals.
So, obviously, honestly, in descending order, Yamakowski, Bracket, and then Oliver afterwards. Yamakowski, you're the first one to kind of get as you feel the heat through the trees, through the mist. There is more intense heat than you felt before, and you were the first to notice that one of the dead trees that you kind of have seen when you were traveling over the Western Hill, there are more on here. The Starfall fell directly on that tree, and it is now in an inferno at this point. The tree is just blazed, and the grass... Oh my
Ryan!
God.
Okay, I just want to state for the record that he just spilt my wine
into my dice tray that I
into the
gave
dice tray.
Sam.
Are you gonna drink it still? Come
Oh,
on.
no.
You can't waste the
Didn't we
wine.
just talk about this? Okay, hold on.
She's pouring it into
Perfect.
the
It's
mug.
fine. It just says Essence Day Dice. We already all have
Oh my
microplastics in
goodness.
us.
Disaster.
Alright.
We already all have tons of microplastics. It's not like it fucking
let me
matters
just wipe
anymore.
my foot off for a second here. Hold on. I still have to pee so bad. But okay.
Oh, do you want to take a break?
So, alright.
Hey, why don't
Do we
you
need
just
to take
lock
a
the door?
break?
I'll pretend to be a DM.
No, I got this. I got
Are
this.
you sure?
Hold on, my strength check. I haven't been able to roll that much today. Well, I got a 2 for my strength check, so I don't know
He's
how long
pissing
I'm going to be able to hold
himself.
myself for.
Go pee.
So,
Brian's gonna piss himself.
Yamakauchi, you were the first to notice Brackett really shortly behind, and then Oliver, as you do approach the area, you were able to see this dead oak tree that is probably about like 30 feet tall. The Starfall cracked directly down the center of it, kind of splitting the tree, and now it's sitting in the center, and the rest of the tree is actually on fire right now.
When we get within 30 feet of it, I'm using my once daily charge of create water to make a 30-foot cube of rain, which extinguishes exposed flames in the area.
And as you approach and Brackett, you see Yamakowski behind you extend his arm, and there's just a cloud of rain that just forms over the tree and just starts pouring down over that area. As you approach, the rain is getting on the fire and starting to dwell it down. It's still smoldering. You can still see some flames as you approach it, letting it calm down. And at this point, you guys see Nock fly over in the same area. And the Misfit Warriors, you are all together as the flame dies down on this tree, and the last bit of the Starfall is in front of you. As you guys do get this with the perception checks that you guys have seen, you'll notice that the water flow that you guys have been following has ended a little bit before the tree and kind of goes into the hillside itself. So the water actually seems to be coming from something underground in that area. But looking over the peak of the hill on the northern side, you see the next valley that exists and hosts a large lake that seems to fill about 80% of the valley floor in front of you guys, beyond the hill that you guys have just reached the peak of, where the tree is. The tree is. And in the southeast corner of the valley, you can see another guard tower that stands tall. It definitely is too far away, and you guys are still in the somewhat mist for them to really see anything of you. You more have the advantage being so high up, but you can see a light in the tower, so they definitely do have some people in there, like the other tower that you'd seen before.
It seems staffing is A-okay with the Gandits. Assume if you see a tower, there's people there.
You're the goat, Dave. I love you.
I'm gonna go ahead and like as the fire is dying, just put my hand on the trunk of the tree and feel the warmth a little bit.
And feel what?
The warmth of it a little bit.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna go up to Yamakausi and give him a hug to thank him for putting it out.
I couldn't let another natural disaster befall something because of me. And I'm gonna go and collect the other Starfall if that's.
I don't think a star falling from the sky would be because of you, but
Well, but like letting it burn uncontrolled would be because of me. I was here and I could stop it.
Yeah, you could have just jumped into the fire and was scooping up while he's on fire.
Right, and then just like dipped while it was still burning. Like I could have, and I didn't.
Other people have, and I just pat him on the head. And then I just take a second.
Shots fired!
And
I'm not.
I
just don't want a forest to burn down. I don't want to keep destroying stuff. Like,
yeah.
I wasn't trying to be a dick. I'm sorry.
No, you're not a dick. I said thank you. You're not the person I'm talking about.
I feel like that was Yamakasi talking from past trauma right there. I don't want to be a dick anymore.
I feel
Like 100%.
I feel like I made you feel like you did something wrong. You did a good thing.
No, literally, I was having a flashback of lighting that poor girl's desk on fire at Andy's church.
Oh, damn. See, not just having a flashback of their own, of watching their home burn down.
Man.
Trauma. That's what D&D's about.
So it's okay.
So, the fire around the tree has died out, and you guys can see the dead tree kind of almost split and hang in two different directions, and the stardust has collected in the point of where it split and kind of started spreading around the outside layer of the tree as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna help Yamakasi collect it.
Me as well.
And how much have stardust do the Misfit Warriors have at this point?
So far, I have a pouch and a half.
I have a quarter.
So far, I have 3.
So you have 3, a pouch and a half, 4.5, and a quarter. So you have 4 1/4 pouches out of the 5 you needed.
Yeah.
No. Wait, no.
No, it's
So 3 plus 1.5 is 4.5.
4.5.
Plus Andrew's
Quarter.
Yeah, we need
So
4.75.
We need
4.75.
1/4. Even worse.
Okay, so how much do we get from collecting what's on the ground in front of us?
Oh, that wasn't included in what you guys had right there?
No. What? How much is in the one that's in front of us? Is it only half? Is it half a pouch?
Half a pouch.
Okay. All right.
We need a little bit left.
We have 5 1/4. We have a 5 1/4 altogether.
Do you mind if I add that all to my inventory?
So Sam just asked. She said, "How much are you guys looking to acquire?"
5.
We need 6.
5, right?
We need
total.
6.
Oh, we need 6.
We needed 5 more than the one that I had.
We had a total of 6. So
Gotcha.
currently,
We need
guys have
0.75 pouches left.
And how much stars are left at Fall?
Every single one has been collected. You have your quota plus a quarter, I believe, from what you got.
Okay.
And they are missing 3/4 amount from what they need.
Okay.
Shit.
All right, Misfit Warriors.
Okay, so the real question is, does anyone else have a bag of holding? Because we can make a whole pouch with my bag of holding.
So Misfit Warriors, you guys are on the peak of the northern hill of the center of the Gandits of the grasslands of Galandria. The lake is before you. The ghost ship is behind you. You have collected everything that you've seen, and you know Illyria from what Brackett and Oliver saw went off to the east, where Nock had seen that one before. What do you guys do?
Yeah, I want to get us back to the ship.
Back to the ship.
I was going to say the same. I do need to talk to Nock about whether or not we rob this fucking ship.
Did the undead follow us into the woods, or did they just stay?
So they have significantly slower speed than you. So honestly, by the time if you guys start turning around to go back towards the ghost ship, you see them coming out of the mist.
Oh my god!
Hilarious.
Oh yeah, sorry, we gained some friends.
Oh.
I think actually Wet Hands gained some friends, but I'm
a zombie, a skeleton, and then a specter.
Okay, can I go up to one of the zombies? You good?
Sure, they don't seem to be friendly, just so you know, Nock.
You good?
Roll a charisma check.
What a wild. I'm getting on my fucking horse. Let's go.
Dirty 20.
Hell yeah!
I love the sound effects. You're just like, eh.
Yeah.
The zombie, as they approach you guys and they kind of pause, looking almost aggressive. You're kind of just like, "Are you good?"
You good, bud?
And the zombie looks confused as it looks at you guys, Just kind of just like,
Eh,
and then it looks and it sees the light of the tower in the distance, and it's like, and it's gonna start walking down the hill, and the specter and the ogre zombie and the skeleton follow behind it.
That's not my problem.
okay.
Yes, it fucking is. You're a paladin.
I'm gonna say.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna say, hold up, guys. I think the lady you were with might not want you to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna like
roll
like chitter at them.
Check.
Okay. Persuasion, not my
Gandalf
strong suit. I'm gonna do it anyway. 7.
They just continue to barrel down the hill towards the tower.
Do you guys think if we have zombies backing us up, we'll do okay over there or no? Could be.
Why are we going to attack the Gandits?
It could be a good distraction, and I could get the chest from the top of the tower of this one.
Do we know that there's a chest at the top of this tower?
No,
you do not. You haven't got close to it.
Yeah, why are we sicking undead? Or like that's the thing. We're not sicking them, but like we are fully well. No, but Yamakowski absolutely accidentally did. I know you tried to stop them. I tried to stop them, but I was the reason they were running this way in the first place.
Okay, I'll agree to us following them just to keep an eye out and make sure they don't.
Let's raise an alarm. Let's at least warn the Gandits so that they can like prepare, and then when they're distracted or something, we can go and try to warn them or something.
So they're running down the hill towards the Gandits. They're nowhere near it yet where the Gandits have noticed them, but they don't seem to be able to be stopped by any persuasion at this point. What do you guys do if you are warning the Gandits? What are you doing?
I don't say we don't warn them. Let's just follow down there, keep in the woods.
Assholes. I don't want to warn them. They're assholes.
No, let's just stay in the woods, sneak up. If it turns out that it's becoming a problem and they're like, the Gandits can't solve this pretty easy to deal with undead group in like a couple minutes, we'll help them out or not help them out.
Where am I? Do I do this?
Let's at least come.
But I just left again.
You were towards the.
We're in a different area.
Yeah,
you're in the north right
Is it gonna make you guys mad if I go and like kill these undead?
The tower.
I don't care if you kill the undead.
Yeah.
You guys are just following the rear of the.
I just was gonna not upset the person we were working with because I don't know where her quota is.
Yeah, no, and you're right. But the problem is, if we go back to the boat and she's not there, I'm gonna get itchy fingers and try to rob her for the last.
See, I need a distraction or I'm going to commit crimes.
He's a rogue.
Doesn't he realize that I already put everything that I own into my bag of holding?
No, he didn't see that.
Or they. Sorry.
No, Yamakowski's he. So
okay.
With that.
Okay, character-wise.
All right, so you guys just let them barrel down the hill?
No. Give me a second. I'm thinking.
I'm just gonna wander behind them and be as stealthy as I can be.
So you guys are just kind of watching to see what happens?
Yeah, because I don't want. If the Gandits can't solve this and they begin trying to spread to other places, they need to die.
All right, so roll us. Everybody who's following stealthily behind them, roll a stealth check and a perception check. And I'm gonna take a shot.
I'm gonna be following in the air. Oh my god.
I'm walking towards it with my
fucking
golden
listen.
light.
Oh my god, I rolled a nat 1 on stealth. I luckily am a halfling.
Yep.
That's better. That's not a 1 anymore.
And Dean also needs to roll a stealth check.
Yes, 1 second. 21 for knock.
Okay.
Was Vane's okay. 11 for Vane. Not the best.
For Vane? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody else who's following behind, what do you roll?
I rolled a natural 5 on the die.
13 for my stealth. And perception, I can do math, is 15.
I wish
Okay.
that
Oliver and
giant owls
Yamakasi.
had advantage. On
I
stealth.
got
I feel like it
I
would be
got a 14 for stealth, and a 7 for perception.
Okay, Yamakasi.
How did I roll so well?
I rolled a nat 16 for both, so my stealth is 27, and my my stealth is 25, and my perception is what is 16 plus 13?
Ooh, Nat
Good
20
enough.
on my perception.
29.
Yeah.
Fucking hate rogues.
Knock rolled
No,
a nat 20
no, you
on
don't.
perception.
My favorite and least favorite thing of DMing ever is a full party of rogues because it's just so fucking broken. Like
Oh yeah, we
can do what
should
we
have
want.
died
you
like
guys
6
breaking
times.
my mentality every single session.
Ow. He hit me.
Knock.
Knock rolled a nat 20 on perception.
Sick.
Hey, crit counter.
And Vane rolled a 16 on perception.
Ow! What am I, Oliver?
Where's your Ben and Jerry's?
Alright, so overall with party
Ryan.
stealth, you guys are good following in the wake of 4 undead charging this tower. And perception, you guys are able to see as they approach, you guys can see, honestly, you can hear very simply, what the fuck? It's some of the undead from the valley. Hey, kill him! And you can just see a flurry of arrows and some fire bolts and magic missiles start going out with them. The zombie and the skeleton easily get hit, and the skeleton knocks down. But the zombie revives afterwards, and the ogre zombie and the specter and the zombie are lumbering towards. The ogre zombie starts batting the bottom of the tower, trying to knock it down from there, and the specter's floating up towards them.
Run.
They're having a fight right now. What do you guys do?
I sit in the bushes.
How far away are we from the ogre?
How long did you stop when you were following in the wake of them?
I want to be like not easily visible from the tower in like whatever light or whatever. Like
You guys could have found an easily hidden spot. I'd say probably 80 feet from the tower.
With
Totally
the nat
reasonable.
20 perception, can I see how many people are up in the tower?
There does seem to be a squad of 4. That seems to honestly be the common number of squads that you've seen in the time that you've been in the grasslands.
Okay.
I want to do my sneak attack on the ogre guy because I'm going to shoot my crossbow from my.
Oh boy.
The ogre?
Oh boy.
I was gonna.
Oh,
Wait, but wasn't the ogre friend?
Yeah, but now it's attacking the Gandits, and he feels a sense of guilt, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Also, I don't know that the Gandits are really dead. Like I've interacted with them very minimally. I don't have any experience with them.
Yeah.
So
me and Knock are just like, ooh.
What do you use to attack them?
I'm sorry. It's my wrist-mounted crossbow.
Okay, we'll do a hit.
Give me 1 second. Okay, so 2 hit is a good old 24.
You hit, roll your damage.
Oh wait, actually, hold on. It's disadvantage because it's past 30 feet.
Yes.
Okay, it is actually 14. 60.
That still hits their armor class of 8.
Excellent. So it does d6 plus my 2d6 for sneak attack. That is 13 points of damage.
How much
Okay.
space is at the top of the tower? How big is that room?
Okay. So you definitely hit and deal a decent decent amount of damage from what you roll on that attack roll. Knock, what did you just say?
How big is the room at the top of the
Can
tower?
I make my second attack?
Go ahead, yeah. Knock, from the tower you saw engaging from this distance, it seems to be about like I'd say 15-foot radius around the tower.
I'm thinking.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Roll your second attack, Yamakasi.
Yep, my second attack was a 23 to hit.
Definitely hits. Roll damage.
That is 10 damage.
What's the total?
10.
10? Okay. The ogre zombie is taking some hits. He's not focused on the damage coming behind him as he's at the tower, like the structure of it, and he's just attacking it with his great axe right now.
Yeah. Do the Gandits look like they're having trouble? Do they look like they might get
Roll an insight.
hurt? Yeah.
I'm gonna lay in the grass.
As you guys were watching from the distance, be like, ooh, I don't know who I'm rooting for here.
I am gonna lay on my stomach in the grass, keep my legs
16?
up like a little girl.
16?
So you're just observing the chaos?
Yeah, Bracket's just like, I have no stake in this game.
Yamakasi is literally going to be like, guys, no one deserves to get eaten by zombies.
Aren't you supposed to be the hero, though, Callum?
Yeah.
I mean, not Callum. Callum.
He's chaotic good, okay? So there's chaotic energy.
Also, I have a vendetta with the fucking Gandits. They attacked us. I don't think they've completely lost their way based on the... Like, you don't know this yet as a character. But they've completely lost what their way's supposed to be. And not that the kingdom's perfect. It's fucking shitty. But, like, what they do is mainly harm everyday working people and not the queen and king.
So here's my question to Callum's character. Why are we helping the Gandits and not
We don't
the
want...
zombie? The zombie who was, like, kind of a friendo. I'm just saying.
We don't know how to get them to not stop attacking them.
You're friends with a mimic, and they're not exactly friendos either, but like you've made friendos with them, so.
It's okay. So the thing is that the mimics weren't hurting people.
Okay.
Right? Like, yes, I have a proclivity to befriending monsters in general because I'm willing to benefit of the doubt them. But like, one, they're not being friendly.
Don't touch my marble. Carry on.
To like people, you know, because like, and also, Yamakasi specifically of the party hasn't had those negative like interactions. Like, I'm not.
He doesn't know much about the Gandits yet.
Yeah, like I haven't been.
That's important for context. So Yamakowski has not had particularly negative interactions.
As far as I'm aware, they're just as much a dickheads as I am.
Yeah.
They're bandits, but like I was literally a fucking pirate. I used to rob people.
They tried to kill us
4 days ago in the game.
I'm tipsy enough that I forgot who just said they wanted to roll. Who wanted to roll?
For what?
I thought somebody said they were rolling something for something. Okay.
You thought someone said they were rolling something.
Brian's fucked up. He's struggling.
I rolled a 16
His
for
brain
insight
is at
to
like a
see
2.
how they're doing.
That was it. 16.
Yeah.
You're just able to tell that the Gandits, with their magical prowess, from what you're seeing on magical spells being cast, they just might have a leg up from what you can tell on them.
Okay, legs begin kicking.
Okay, alright. I don't want to help them. I want to take advantage of the situation, but also I don't want to hurt people.
No, take advantage of the situation. Like
I really want to take advantage of the situation. Not
Because if you're on the
once.
top of the tower, you can help them from up there. You know what I mean? Like,
know
just
what?
be like, oh god, I was flying by.
That's genius. Okay. Yes. Okay.
I'm
That is
still a
the
fucking
perfect
rogue.
solution. Okay. Yeah. 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 That
we
works.
rob them. We
Knuckle
just don't let them
fly
get eaten
up.
by zombies. It's
Knuckle
different.
fly
Like,
up with Vane to the top of the tower and take a stance up there and start shooting arrows with them at the
So
zombie.
you need some help. So I flew in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's genius.
By the time you get there, the skeleton and the zombie have both been defeated. The specter is actually up there with the Gambits and reaching into one of them to try to suck its life energy out.
Oh
and
shit.
the ogre
Okay.
zombie is just attacking the tower, trying to knock it down.
As you fly
so
in,
what
I
do
think
you
that there's
just
more
boom.
in the woods and that they should flee.
I'm going to at the top of the tower, I'm going to draw an arrow and I'm going to cast Hail of Thorns at 2nd level.
Oh,
on the ogre zombie?
On the ogre zombie.
Alright, roll to hit.
Rolling to hit. Rolling to hit.
It's got an armor class of 8, so.
That was a 15 to hit.
Yeah, you hit. Roll your damage.
Cool. All right, so that is a D8. Aw, I hate when you roll a 1.
I gotta pee so bad.
It's such.
take a break then. Go pee.
Literally, while they're rolling, just go pee out the door. No one's
Go.
home. We don't have neighbors home right now.
Ugh.
You know who's gonna see you? The bunnies.
Hate when I roll badly on damage. It pisses me the fuck off. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Wow, that's a 16.
Damn it. Wow. Yeah, he's like barely hurt from this one moment. He takes I guess 3 points of piercing damage from my Hail of Thorns. That's how bad I did. And from my longbow, he takes 7 points of piercing damage.
You can see the ogre zombie as it's been hit by several magic missiles and firebolts that you've seen being cast off.
Yeah.
Seems to begin to fall, but then and make one more strike against the tower.
I use my second attack to attack him.
Okay, roll the hit as it rolls a nat 20 against the tower.
Shit. Okay. That's a 16 to hit. So, with damage against him.
So as it punches the tower, it cracks the pillar and it starts to tip, but your arrow shoots the zombie and it falls. And you can see the specter as well that was inside took enough damage that it actually started flying off into the distance. It escaped and got scared out of the way. But the tower falls and collapses on the ground as Vane flies above the tower.
Okay. Did she pick me up?
Yeah, no, Vane's got you.
Cool.
Yeah, there wasn't even a communication thing.
Can I go down and see how the people are? Are the people okay?
Are you going directly or are you looking from a distance?
No, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna directly fly down.
Yeah, you look off you get down to the ground and you can see there do seem to be 4 Gandits. One of them is unconscious, but the other 3 are still kind of up, and they're kind of just trying to crawl out of the rubble.
As I get down, I'm gonna get down on my hands and knees to this person and cast Healing Word at 1st level to the unconscious person. So they're gonna regain 11 hit points.
That would be an amazing time to tell them there are more in the woods and they should flee so you can steal their shit.
What the fuck just happened?
Undead came from the forest. I saw them coming. I had to come.
another one of the ones who didn't fall. It seems like it's a gnome creature who's just kind of just like hopping over a barrel that crashed. And it seems like their arms kind of cracked in a different direction, but they're up there. Who are you?
I'm Knock. I'm gonna take out. I have another spell slot, and I'll cast Healing Word on them as well for their broken bone.
As you hold their arm and cast the spell, it just kind of cracks it back into position.
Sorry.
Thank you.
That's another 11 points to this person. You guys okay?
Yeah. We didn't expect something like that to happen. Most of the night shifts are pretty quiet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tonight's a weird night. Just south of here. There could be more.
We need to report this.
Okay. To who?
Are you one of us, or what are you doing here?
Who are you?
I love this.
Who's one of you?
We're part of the candidates.
Oh no, I'm a blessed feet. I'm just traveling.
And
Just
another
helping
one,
a fellow traveler.
That's why I have.
Well, we're not supposed to let any travelers pass through, but roll a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Yeah, advantage.
With advantage because you saved their lives.
Yeah, they just had a.
I would hope so. My persuasion is ass though, which is what's. I rolled 2 3s plus 1, which is a 4.
Can I give my inspiration to you?
I mean,
Knock has their own inspiration.
I do have my own inspiration.
But you are able to give your inspiration.
If you're not using yours, I feel like you should use mine.
Okay, alright, I'll use your inspiration.
Alright, this is good enough time. Talk for a second after this roll. I gotta pee outside.
Good luck.
With inspiration, do I roll?
This is the latest
you just
we've gone
roll
in
the
a
whole
long
advantage
time.
again. It's more part of
I roll with advantage again?
I think so. It's just re-rolling
or you get a
the roll that
reroll,
you
I
just
think.
made.
Do I just
I
get
think
one
so.
roll? We should wait for Brian to get back.
I think
so
it's
that-
just you get a reroll.
It's not like we're in any
reroll
rush.
a die.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, right, but with advantage, you re-roll the advantage.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I think it depends on how the language is on the however Brian interprets the language.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm basing it off of how I do it because
I agree with the way you would do it, but I'm gonna
Rolling
guess
2
Brian's
3s
gonna
is
be
crazy.
the way that like if it's inspiration and it's not re-roll with advantage, if you had advantage, it's worse than silvery barbs.
That's
true.
True.
I feel like at that point, like just it's silvery barbs without a spell slot, you know, like.
I feel like you should do what you want.
Always hard, Vicky. Just succeed.
Just tell him it's a 15 and let's move on.
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't lie to Brian.
I know, but it'd be so funny.
That's theft.
It's even better because this is a recording, so if we ever future fans be like, that one session, they lied.
That's story theft. I don't fudge my rolls.
We literally we would have to just be so sure he would never rewatch this one specific
This
session.
is how you, the people, know that I don't fudge my rolls, because I'm not fudging my roll right now.
Also, like, it's more fun to be able to fail.
Hey Brian, quick question. With inspiration, do I roll with advantage again, or do I just roll one?
You roll one more d20.
One more
d20.
I was correct.
The better roll.
Okay.
Though I agree with yours, Callum. I like yours better. I'm gonna use it for mine.
Oh, that's so much better. Okay, that's
Hell
a 19.
yeah.
That's a 19 total.
Okay.
Hell yes.
I also use Callum's way of doing skill points because I think it's better.
I'll just the one
I
that
like
seems
overpowered
like
characters.
it's the leader. I'll report this as just a random another encounter from the Valley of First Existence. The undead escape every once in a while from there. Disappear. We've never seen you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, I guess.
And then you just fly off in the distance
Yeah.
back
There
over to your friends who are
any
waiting
chance
further
I
up on the
can
hill.
see? Is there any chance I can see if there's anything I can quickly yoink on the way out? That's like
I feel like as they
maybe the
walk off,
chest,
we can
like,
just go
breaks
back and check.
open.
Step as you're in the area.
Yeah, my question is like, does a chest break open? Is there anything?
I feel like you should take something because they just acted like they did
Like
you a favor for
by not
letting you
killing me?
go when you just healed and helped.
They're gonna leave to go report it. We could just steal their
This is
shit
why
when
I
they
hate
leave.
them.
Yeah.
My roll for perception. Let me double check. That is a 21 perception.
21.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Took my freaking seat. This is what I get for allowing you to play D&D with me.
Allowing me.
Wow, yeah,
We want her
allowing.
here. We
God.
want her here.
What a blessing.
Thank God you've been allowed to see us, Sam.
I know.
Knock, you are able to see a chest that has collapsed on the ground with them. There seems to be some sort of pouch that fell out of the chest, which is near it.
Anybody looking?
Yeah, they're all pretty looking. As all the undead are dead, and their tower is collapsed, and you're the only one there.
Okay, all right.
Just do a couple of big circles in the air. We'll get it in a minute.
I'll fly off.
All right, you fly off and get back over to Bracket, Yamakowski,
You got
and
this, Calum's
Oliver.
voice.
Can I fly off and just kind of like get out of normal person's sight and just kind of see if they walk away or if they
just like you're just
grab something on their way out? Yeah.
Knock is being our early warning radar system.
As you disappeared
warning
into the night sky,
ranger system.
you can notice as you look back on down, there is one of them that seems like they're trying to take charge almost as the leader on like what to do in a moment where their tower has collapsed at that point of just gathering what has survived from the attack, and then they seem to be trying to get everything over in an area together.
Can I see them?
Okay.
You guys can all see this. Oliver, Bracket, and Yamakowski can see this from a distance on the hill where you guys were before Nock flew off.
Okay, so
Okay,
they grab.
I'm gonna start casting spells. Specifically, I'm going to use Silent Image, and I can make 20 feet away. I can make 15-foot cube full of zombies and skeletons.
Oh.
I'm going to make like 3 of them shambling towards them. I can't make sound. But maybe Nock can like tell them like, hey, you got to get the fuck out of here. They're still coming, you know, like.
Holy shit.
What's the range on that spell?
Oh man, I wish
60 feet, so I was going to have them walking from the tree line towards them.
There's no tree line.
Oh, right. Okay, you're right. But
they appear from the dark. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're just walking out of like the way that the other ones came from, you know.
You definitely would have to get closer down the hill from your position in order to cast it for them to get near the tower. So do you approach?
Yeah, I mean, I got a really good stealth. I'll be. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Roll an intimidation check with your spell.
Ooh.
Okay, Give me 1 second.
Ugh.
The sigh. Sorry, Brian. We're gonna steal these guys' stuff. It's just how it goes. Okay, my intimidation
Die,
is
dude.
right. We didn't let them die. They get their lives. We got 25. We still need to get paid, and they're bad guys. Xylee is not gonna mind.
So
We have a weird moral compass in this group.
I didn't let the zombies eat them. Okay.
I didn't say it was a bad
Knock.
one. Just weird.
Knock, as you fly up, Bracket, as you are laying on your stomach, just watching the chaos. Oliver is still in the disc, the floating disc, as Yamakasi approaches further down the hill to cast Minor Illusion, bringing Oliver with him.
Can I
and the
grab
floating
Oliver off the disc?
Creates several zombies that do appear in front of the Gambits, and they just start backing up, but you can see certain spells they're starting to cast firebolt and other things towards them that seem to miss as they go through the images of the zombies, but they are still backing up. What do you guys do?
I will have hopped off the disc as I got closer.
Oliver just barely rolls off of the disc into the grass so he doesn't get too close. All right, Doc, you're floating above Yamakasi. You are behind where these minor illusion zombies are, and they're attacking them. What do you do?
I'm going to use. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure I know how the spell works.
Golly gee.
Yeah, I mean that's really all I can do. It does take concentration, so I can't make like more of them.
And you can't like fire off shit and stuff. You can't.
Well, I can fire off like little spells, but I can't like
What little spells
do
you
much
got?
more than what I'm.
So
None of them.
what do you do?
None of them really feel like. Oh, could I do thaumaturgy and make it seem like there's
Ooh, make it sound like something big is coming.
Or like I was thinking something like lots of zombies are coming from the darkness in all directions.
Roll a deception check.
I'm great at those.
Ryan's like, I like this. This is the only reason I'm letting this happen.
I'm a little bit drunk, dude, right now. So like, drunk TM.
I never get a chance to use my like fucky spells, the ones that like fuck with people.
That's
Okay,
why I want you
so-
to. Because this is my favorite part. One of my favorite parts about your character.
All right, what'd you roll?
Okay, so I've got 17 plus 2 is 19 total.
19?
Mhm.
I think that's enough for the remaining Gambits to flee further around the lake, trying to get some distance. As the
I
zombies
fucking
pull up.
love spells that do like illusion stuff because like I did that for free, like
Okay.
because I'm a warlock.
So as they get like far enough away, can I drop back down and see if that pouch is still there?
Yeah. So Yamakasi and Nock, you guys get down to the collapsed
I will make my
area.
way up there as well.
Both of you guys in Bracket rolls up. Oliver, do you follow as well?
Hop back on your disc, my
Chandler.
love.
Do you follow the party down to the collapsed tower? Andrew,
Yes.
do you follow the party down to the collapsed tower?
Yes.
I'm sorry,
Everybody
it's getting
roll
late. We
an
need to sleep soon.
Investigation.
You guys
Yes.
have belonged to this, okay?
I was honestly thinking I wasn't sure whether I was going to follow or not.
We're going with the horse. We can get away.
I'm bad at it. I'm gonna have Vane investigate too.
Oh, can I help? Action? Like,
Yeah, you
should
can.
investigate. I'm not good at it.
oh, I mean, I've got a +7.
Yeah, you should investigate.
Okay. So 21 total.
21.
Mhm.
Okay. Anybody else?
13.
Numbers that are not worth saying.
Oh no.
Knock's not good at investigation, although it sucks because I saw the pouch before I left, and then I come back down and I can't find it.
Well, because
I
they
rolled a
moved
3.
everything.
I rolled a 3.
Right, like you spun
Vane-
around twice and now your perception's
Vane
like a
rolled
little.
Vane rolled an 8 for investigation. Investigation is not our strong suit. We're wisdom-based classes.
So you guys are able to find an array of ammo between arrows and crossbows.
Mhm.
Do you guys collect everything, or like what do you guys do with that?
I'm going to
Any fancy
investigate the
arrows?
crossbow ammo. I want to know if there's anything neat.
Yeah. Any fancy arrows or just arrows?
Nothing that looks magical from a normal glance, but you can
I'll take 'em.
find about 4 cases of crossbow bolts, and then you can find about 100 arrows overall.
Whoa!
whoa.
I
Offensive.
get
And there
those.
is one collapsed chest that you do find a pouch of some sort of dust within.
Take it, take it, take it, take it.
Yeah, of course. I'm going to, yeah. What do I add to my inventory? What do I call that?
Dust.
Pouch of
Dust.
dust.
Pouch of dust until you identify it.
Pouch of
Oliver, do you have the
Holy shit.
identify spell?
Nope.
He does not, but your bard that you left at the
Nope.
cart several
I do
sessions
not.
does.
Yeah, that's true. She
Okay.
does. Whoa.
He's a
Okay, let's head back to
support role.
the ghost lady.
All right, so you guys get
There's nothing else of any use at the tower?
not anything that you see from the collapsed ruins. There may be more on the soldiers themselves, but they have retreated as your zombie illusions have approached.
No, that's, yeah, cool.
I'm
Okay.
gonna be like, Knock, should we as a joke carve the Misfits for here just to fuck with them?
That would be good, yeah. Yeah. That's
Because they'll
good, I
be
like it.
baffled where the fuck we got zombies.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck you guys.
Me
Sorry.
and Knock
carve into
Me and
the
Knox
collapsed-
carve into it. Fuck you
Yeah.
guys. Misfits were
Yeah.
here into a couple of the boards.
Yeah. And just like one of the bricks.
Yeah.
Leave it right on top. And then out.
And then we leave.
All right.
Dude,
And then
they
you guys,
couldn't have
what do you
fucking
guys
killed
do
me.
afterwards?
We headed back to
We're
the.
about
You
to
walk
ship.
back
We're gonna stop
back.
wasting your time.
to the ship. To
All
the
right.
ship.
And Illyria has long been traveling back to the ship, so she will get there before the rest of the Misfits.
Oh, bad.
But as both Illyria and the Misfit Warriors return to the ship after collecting what stardust they have and what intel they have received about the Gandits of Galandria, that is where we will end this month's session.
Yeah.
Love it. That was really good.
Woo! You guys prolonged that tower scene longer than I thought. I didn't think you guys were going to go further down to it, but hey, a collapsed tower, cool.
We
Canon.
can't just let
I got
zombies
convinced.
wander into the woods. That's just not a good idea.
I knew something was going to happen from Callum getting the ogre zombie to follow him. I didn't think you guys were going to get a minor herd of them to follow you, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened with that shit. And like at that point,
I go,
it's
"You
not really
good?"
on
And
me.
they walk away towards the tower. That's it. It's like, how could I have
Guys,
predicted
that's something that
to
if
be
we
their
animate that and put it in
response?
a show, they're gonna say that's bad writing. It doesn't make sense. And we're like, you're right, it
Yeah.
didn't. You're right. Ask Brian.
So, you good? They walk
made
towards the tower and
sense,
go away.
okay? It did. Because the zombies traveled down there. Obviously, they're looking for something. You guys
Yeah.
rolled checks to get them to at least realize, we don't want to attack you because you guys were rolling high enough. They were curious enough at that point. if you piqued their interest, they weren't going to attack. If you rolled low enough, they would have attacked. But you guys were rolling high enough charisma checks with it, so they followed you. The randomness of D&D at that point.
Yeah. I'm a little pissed that the Gandits were like, thanks for healing us. I'm gonna have to take you in.
Right? Like, you better get the fuck out of here or we'll kill you.
It's
Like,
actually ironic that they're...
You can steal some shit.
Why do you
That's
think?
disrespectful.
What do you think they'll be like? Hey, thanks for saving us. Take our treasure. Like,
No.
no, they're guards. Like,
They could have been like, I don't know, yeah. Let me repay you for those.
I think giving you your life instead of trying to capture you was the most that they can do.
Giving you
Thank you.
if I ever go to a 7-Eleven and save the cashier from a mugging,
They are
I want
supposed to
everything in the cash
capture
register.
any person who comes up to the tower
That
who
is
suspicious.
stupid. They came up to the tower to help them.
They have their orders, okay? They were letting them go scot-free for randomly being in their territory when they're supposed to stop and capture any unauthorized
This
people.
is why Illyria wants to kill everyone.
Go ahead.
Yeah, by the way, it's actually what the irony of the Gandits is like the kingdom. It's a absolute monarchy that's that's kind of oppressive. Depends on who you are. You know how monarchies be.
Yeah.
And the Gandits are just as bad. They're just a different type of oppressive.
They're like, let me fight oppression with oppression.
Oppression? Yeah, that's exactly.
But thank you all for joining this session of Nat Disaster. I don't know if anybody was in the chat because I'm sorry I was not paying attention to the chat.
Neither was I.
We had enough to pay attention to.
Yeah, today was a fun
Brian.
session. We have not had a roleplay heavy session in a little bit, so
great.
I was super excited about the session. Sam, I'm super glad you got to see a non-combat session of D&D. This is what happens outside of combat, where you have more time than just 6 seconds to make an action.
Man,
Yeah,
I'm so glad
most
I
of the time
got
we get
100
distracted.
free arrows. 100 free arrows, honestly, worth it.
Oh, do you want me to stick those in the bag of holding? Also, maybe your big ass rock?
Yes?
Yeah, no worries.
So this is all stuff that you guys can do as you start traveling back to the ghost ship afterwards.
Can I also please pick out all of the regular rocks and like bag the stardust from my bag of
Yeah, the
holding?
moon rocks. Make sure that
You guys are all together, so I will come up with a weight portion of moon rocks that you guys have. I'll let you guys know what you get. You'll have that. You'll be able to combine what you guys have gotten as you travel back to the ghost ship. Illyria will 100% get there before you guys, but that will be for next session.
I have a question.
Yep.
They don't have all the stardust they need, right?
Nope.
Nope. I believe they're missing a quarter of a pouch.
3/4.
We are missing
Three-quarters of
3/4. 3/4 of
Yeah,
that.
we're
So-
missing 3/4.
And I have a quarter extra.
Over. Yes.
Okay, so Andrew's a wizard, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll want to trade.
Maybe we can add you into the Nat Disaster group chat and you guys can figure that out outside session, what you guys may want to do in the next session.
Hell yes. Hell yes. Give me something to do while the baby's napping.
Whether you join the Misfit Warriors or you are a temporary character who comes in and then pops out and comes in, whatever you want, we can add you to the group chat. You guys can figure out what you guys want to do before next session.
Also, then,
It
when
is-
Brian doesn't know if he's free or not, you can just chime in and say no.
I'm hoping maybe it's July 16th now. Jesus Christ, because it's past midnight. Hopefully we can get one session in the first week of August. We'll see what we can do. But
Not
thank
first
you
week
guys.
of August.
Oh,
Brian doesn't even know when his own family has a birthday party for his little cousin.
Nope.
So, like,
She is in charge of my schedule.
I'm not controlling the schedule. I just know it.
No, that's I know.
Yeah.
That I agree. I don't think you're controlling it. I just know you actually have the schedule.
She understands the schedule. I just live the schedule. So. But thank you guys for joining session 41 of Not Disaster Misfit Warriors. We'll be back with you guys soon in session 42. In the meantime, thank you guys all for coming, and good night.
Good night.
Good night.